with a fixed rate, no matter where interest rates go, yours stays the same and your monthly payments won't increase.
God, when I was in high school, there was guys sniffing glue.
No, that I had friends that did that, and I'm telling you, it will really mess up your brain.
One of them was 22 years old and nursing
durability, capacity, and power
just
make it the obvious choice for
wiped
people
out
who
his
hate
brain
being
cells.
stranded by a dead car battery. So pretty much everyone.
I didn't have a hard time understanding something that does that to you. You
Quality
continue.
parts, helpful people.
I guess you get stupid enough after a while.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores. Offer ends 2/28/18.
Hey, does it seem like your
Did
life
you
really is
reset your volume yet?
sacrificing your most
Here, put those on.
valuable
Let's make sure we
asset
get your
for
volume
every
right so
tiny
it's not too
atom
loud or too.
paycheck? This is Dave Logan. You know, my friends at Online Training
Hear it
Academy
okay?
have been teaching powerful Wall Street
Too low,
techniques
too high?
to Main Street investors
That's
for
good.
over 20
Right there?
years. Sign up now for a free
A
half-day
little
class.
down.
Classes are limited. Online
Just a
Training
little
Academy,
down.
the only financial educator I
That's
personally
great.
endorse.
Okay.
Reserve your free class by calling
Yeah,
303
sometimes you walk in here and it's a turn. Go ahead.
3588 or trainingacademy.com.
So Farrell,
This is the Troubleshooter Show.
why do we know Farrell?
Assisted living.
Okay, we're going on the air. 16.
Starting to.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the show, the longest running radio show with the same host on the air. We are live on Facebook, live on YouTube, live on the iHeart Radio app, and live on our wonderful radio stations, including our flagship KHOW in Denver. And welcome one and all. If you're listening online or to podcast, you want to get through to us, this number works 24/7. This number right here, ready? 303 Martino, 303-627-8466. That's 303 Martino, and I mean 24/7. Now, we may not be here to answer, but if you leave a message, we review those calls every day. Deputy Dan personally gets on and reviews every call, and then we investigate or call back. And of course, if it's not important at all and it's just a nonsense call, we don't do anything. Now, here's the deal, though. If it rings while we're on the air, it'll come right here to the studio. And, of course, you'll always be screened first before you go on the air. Don't worry about it. This show is easy to understand. You call, and we help. You have a problem, we try to solve it. You have a question, we try to answer it. You have an issue, we expose it. We do what no other place does. No law firm, no radio show, no TV, never anywhere. And our commercials are all part of the show, meaning that we endorse the people that we talk about. And it's important for you to know that, because it is not, and I repeat, it is not a normal show in that regard. Like this hour brought to you by Fix-It 24/7. Fix-It 24/7 is offering a spectacular deal on a furnace check. Now, this is different than a diagnostic. This is a check and tune-up. What that means is they're going to come and make sure your system is running perfectly for just $39. Now, that's normally $139. But for $39, they disassemble the unit basically to the extent they can, clean every component, lubricate, adjust. And it's not just a ploy to get in your home. They spend more than an hour there to take care of everything you need and adjust the wires. Now, if there is a problem that's beyond the normal adjustment or lubrication, you will get a price quoted, and you don't have to have any work done, okay? But they'll let you know. Meanwhile, they just take care of your system. and it's $39. You will never get this level of work ever for that price anywhere. Fix it 24/7, and they have a no breakdown guarantee. I'm serious. It keeps your furnace running like new. 720-526-3939. 720-526-3939. I know the people at Fix It 24/7 going on 30 years. Okay, let's go to the phones and see what's on your mind, and then I'll introduce our special guest, Kim. What's happening with you, Kim? Welcome. Kim?
Hello.
Hey.
You mean Ken?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Ken. Okay.
Ken, yeah, that's fine.
No, that's okay. Just adjust your hearing aids there, Daphne. Okay, Ken.
That's right.
I'll make that. What's going on with you, Ken?
Okay. I'll try and make this direct.
All right.
My wife and I had scheduled a cruise over a year ago. In the meantime, I've been diagnosed and I'm under treatment for prostate cancer.
Oh, Ken.
And
Did you catch that pretty early, Ken?
Well, no, it's really. I was between stage 3 and stage 4. So
how did you catch it? What happened? Listen. Like I said, when you call,
really, yeah, you should. I don't know if your show is the right show.
No, my show is the right show. That's why I'm asking. We love disseminating good information, and when people call,
cancer is omnipotent in males. I mean, obviously, but the saying, which is more or less true, is if you live long enough, every male will end up having prostate cancer.
That's what I hear. Now, how old are you?
I'm 74. So, it's pretty late.
You sound like a young man. So, Ken, how did you discover it? A routine check?
Yep.
Now, do you get checked yearly?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
But if you get checked yearly with a PSA, how did it go to stage 3.5?
Yeah, the problem was the PSA was not indicative of the problem.
What?
It's not necessarily uncommon. I mean,
really?
Some people have high PSA and function normally. Other people
low PSA.
PSA will stay low, and you will still be developing cancer. So Ken,
I never knew that. That's for sure. You had a low PSA.
Yeah, it still had a low PSA, but by the time when they did a biopsy, it was almost 85% cancer.
And for those listening, a PSA is a blood test, and it simply measures some kind of marker that's indicative of cancer. But what Ken is saying is high PSA doesn't mean necessarily cancer, and low PSA doesn't mean you're cancer-free. Now, what about, as they put it, a digital exam? I don't even like the word, but you can the good old up to the elbow doctor. Doesn't that work?
I don't actually know. I couldn't offer an opinion.
And I hate to dwell on this, but I just want to wish you the best. And seriously, how is it coming? Did you do the seed, the radioactive, or you have it removed, or what?
No. That's the other problem. Is removal of the prostate can cause as many problems as
really
doing other treatments. Yeah, because there's the urethra runs right through the prostate.
That's right.
And so there's a lot of chance for infection. And so if it's heavily enveloped, metastatic rather, which means it has gone outside the prostate into usually not soft tissue.
Did yours spread, Ken?
Yeah, it is. It has shown some traces of bone, and so at the present time, I'm under a radiation treatment. And up until we started this, actually, when we ended the chemo treatment, the liquid infusion chemo treatment, I was handling the side effects very well.
Yes.
But after I started the radiation treatment, my side effects really increased. I have high level of fatigue, sometimes nausea and dizziness.
Now let's talk. Okay, so let's talk about this in regard to your cruise. Now, did you buy any cruise insurance?
No, and that's only partially effective. We don't usually do that because
well, it's not. No. There are a lot of exclusions. So bottom line is, you can't take the cruise, or you don't want to. What's the situation?
Yeah, no, I'm just physically not able to take the cruise.
Well, did you call them, and what did they say, basically?
Yeah, essentially the options are, just to digress, this is our 7th cruise. We love the line, so we're not trying to denigrate Holland America. This is fairly typical. But their standard process is if you cancel like 76 days in advance, you can get a full refund. But then the only next level is, I forget what it is.
When can you cancel?
76 days in advance.
Okay, how many days is it now?
It's about 20 days.
Okay, when did you get your diagnosis and decide you're not going?
Well, the diagnosis of cancer...
I mean, just as far as the cruise, the cruise, when did you know you're not going to go on the cruise?
Probably 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago.
Okay, did you call them immediately?
Yeah, we called.
Okay.
Our option is that we'll get 24% back.
Okay, now, why do you think that's not fair?
You know, that's arguable. That's why I say
are there people that can go in your place?
Well, that's the problem, of course. You know, you talk about hotels or cruises. If they can rent the suite, then they will, and it's no problem. But
so, are they going to try to sell it?
They probably will.
No, I don't mean probably. Did you ask them flat out? Are they going to do that?
No.
Okay, you need to be proactive, or you need to market it yourself, but it's getting close. Here's the deal. Did you call to see if we could get a better deal? Because if that's fully stated, I'm not sure we can, or is there a hook that we don't know about, other than the cancer, which is, of course, devastating? And by the way, Ken, why can't you go on the cruise? Must you be around here constantly?
No, I'm just physically unable.
Are you exhausted?
Yes.
Now, does your wife have a friend she can go with, or she doesn't feel like leaving, or what?
Yeah, that's the problem. She doesn't want to leave me alone. So we've investigated that. There's a couple of friends that would go with her, but she says, I just don't want to do that.
Okay. Have we ever been successful in negotiating out these penalties? I don't know if we have. We have with airlines. We have with other companies. Cruise lines, it depends, really. They don't like doing it. They're really sticklers for keeping stuff.
Yep, they are, and we love them, and what have you. I tell you, the only thing I wish we could convince them of do. Their recommendation is, go ahead and cancel. You get the 25% refund, and then write a letter to management and hope and pray. And
now, you were saying something. You hope they would what?
That they would do something better. Either give you credit for
future?
Yeah. Future
Why won't they do that?
We don't know. They might,
do you want us to, what do you want us to call? Is that the bottom line, Ken?
We're going to do that.
I mean, what do you want us to do? You called.
Do you think have you had any cases like this where you have been able to...
We've had cases like this with other tours. I don't recall a specific cruise where we were able to get... Now, I do know a cruise where we got people credit. And
that would be fine.
This is because it was cut short, a death in the family, and they had to leave from a port they were at. And the cruise company did nothing wrong, but they did agree to give credit. Now, these people were upset about that. They wanted a refund, which was ridiculous, but they did extend credit. So, Ken, what we'll do a few things. First, I'm gonna remember you in my prayers. Make sure everything goes good there, because I'm going to have Deputy Clint or Deputy Dan or Daff, we'll choose to call the tour company and see if we can negotiate something better. And speaking of prayers, my goodness gracious, 3 deputies killed in the line of duty in the last 30 days? Is that like 1 every 10 days average? Think about our law enforcement, the people who risk their lives. Of course, so many people risk their lives. But really, thank someone in uniform today. thank someone. You know, we joke a lot sometimes about police, deputies, about traffic, about that, this and that. Bottom line is, they truly, on any given day, can be killed. And our hearts, I know they go out to them. I know my audience is a loving, loving audience. So let's take a few seconds here of silence.
The board to be normal.
From the L&L Heating and Air Conditioning
I didn't know that.
This report is
You
from
can have, no, I know you could have high and low, but I thought when you had really high, that's always bad news. And I heard if you had low, you had nothing to worry about. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I'm low, and I say, oh, that's great. I don't.
I get it once a year because of testosterone shots. They have to worry about because it'll cause it to go really quick. If you,
Well, I have a lot of. I do testosterone once. How often do you do it?
once a week.
You should do the pellets. It's way more
Yeah.
natural. Way more natural. Yes.
Fred would like you to cover his live today and tomorrow.
Good.
So
That's fine.
Are you calling the American?
actually, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Do you want to do it?
Yeah.
You're on the air
It's
though.
an easy
You're on
one.
the air. I mean.
I can shoot an email. He can send me the information,
Okay.
and then I shoot it over to them. And then it's that easy.
All right. Thank you.
Do you need me to write that on here?
Yeah, I had a friend of mine who did not know what his norm was, and I remember they said the norm could be like 0.3 to 14 or something like
Ooh,
that.
I like that.
0.3 is awful.
Well, I know.
Just for a change.
Yeah, Dan, I'm just using that example. I don't remember what it was, but I know it was a huge range. They said it could be normal. And if people,
Yeah, it is a big range.
yeah, and if people don't know what their norm is, if they've never had it tested, then much later on.
I do know it's scary.
And I know the digital exam, like you talked about, is a big indicator.
I used to call my doctor up to the elbow.
Call them big knuckles.
Oh, God, that would convince you right away not to be gay, huh?
Well, I don't know. You know, some people love it. I don't understand. I just don't understand the you know, it's just weird. I just don't understand it.
They can feel the prostate, the size of it. I've had 2 friends die of prostate cancer.
Also on my referral list at referrallist.com.
Are you embarrassed by your smile? Are you unable to eat the foods you love, afraid to laugh, afraid to live a normal life, even afraid to go out in public? Dr. Barrett is therapy. I believe.
Hey, Farrell, do you have people with dementia at your place too?
Yes.
I got a question on that. How, because we had somebody called in on this, is that their grandmother had rings that were fairly valuable, but they couldn't get them off her because she had swollen knuckles, you know. And then the daughter ended up going to her place a few months later, noticed that they were replaced by some cheaper ones, and nobody knew anything else. How do you keep that from happening, Julie?
I try to get them to take anything that's sensitive and not even
They don't have an email,
can't be
so if you want
And this is right. And this is what it was. Is they couldn't get. They were, and they would have had
but I
them cut
told
them
him to
off
send me
of
the
her
confirmation
fingers
number and
yeah,
everything,
like,
but you can just call him.
what do you do?
If you want to do
What do
that.
you do? You have your own home insurance cover it and stuff, but do you guys do
We don't cover it.
You don't
cover it. We have in our contract, we can't
cover that? Gotcha.
cover that because, you know, they can say.
I think they're foolish to keep anything very
But I tell
valuable
them
there.
not to take it. I try when I admit them to be sure that they take them home. But like that, they could have had them cut off because you can fix them really.
And that's probably what they should have done. You're right. You're right. But that's
And it's too late later, and then probably some caregiver did it or something, I don't know.
And you're right. They're probably not the most well compensated, like a lot of the caregivers and stuff. But we just had one
Just like
yesterday.
that, and we can't help it, you know,
Yeah.
but we try.
So there's not
We try
anything that they
to
can do.
background check and everything, but
Sure. Oh yeah.
I just tell them not
That's
to
not
do
bad.
it
Don't
because,
stick the temptation out there.
yeah, because you never know what people will do.
There was one yesterday where his son went in an ambulance ride, and he had an expensive watch, $2,700, And when got to the hospital, they don't know where it was. And when we went to pick up his stuff afterwards, it wasn't there.
His son won't call me back, Dan, on that. I called him. His son won't. That was the dad, I think, calling.
Yeah, it was.
His son won't call me back, so I'm starting to wonder if there's a little more to that story. The son called him over and over with that watch.
That was.
Yeah, you want to try to think if you got anything valuable, just don't wear it there. Because you never know. I mean, we're careful, but you never know what people do. And you're with them, and you can't watch them. I mean,
Sure.
we have cameras and everything, but we're not in the room because we're not allowed to, you know. So.
Watch everything every second.
So you never know.
Hello, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere. Buy and build 4800 Washington Street for wholesale and below prices for contractors and the general public. If you're doing home improvements, as I said, our commercials are part of the show here. You can find vessel sinks for $80 to $100 that normally sell for $600 or more. It depends on the day. You can find light fixtures. I can't believe the markup on light fixtures. We saw this beautiful chandelier one time, this oil rub bronze, they called it, and it was like $650 down at this big Federal Lighting or big lighting store. At Buy and Build, same thing, $189, I believe. The savings are so extraordinary. Plumbing fixtures as well. Buy and Build, 4800 Washington Street, buyandbuild.net. You got to look them up. They're great. Okay, we'll go to the phones and then also introduce our special guest, Farrell Johnston, with something that is so important, assisted living. First of all, people don't even know what it means. What is it? Is it an apartment? Is it home care? Is it, a nursing home? Well, it depends. Assisted living is a big category. So we'll talk about what Golden Orchard Assisted Living does with Farrell Johnston. If you have any questions, she knows the area of the category. So even if it's not directly related to Golden Orchard, she can answer a lot of questions. She's very experienced in this field. So if you have any issues with the elderly or loved ones, and that's another thing, is it just for the elderly? Are there people with dementia younger? We'll talk about all kinds of stuff with Farrell from Golden Orchard Assisted Living. They're on our referral list. Of course, we know and trust them. Nick's got a W-2 question. Nick, what's going on?
Hey, Tom.
Hey.
This is calling in regards with my wife, and I just wanted to ask you this because I have never heard of this. She is still waiting on a W-2 from her previous employer, and they're telling her that she needs to pay $9.85 to get it.
Now, wait a minute. Is this the original one or a replacement?
It's the original one.
Wait. Why would they charge her? Wait, so at the end of a year, to get her W-2, she has to pay for it?
That's what they're telling her.
Now, I've never heard of such a thing. Now, I don't know if it's technically illegal or not. I mean, I don't know if there's a law that addresses it. I know that they're required to issue it, but, I never did my, something went out here. I'm still on, right, or not? Okay, it's my headset. Sorry, it got unplugged. So anyway, it's just my headset unplugged. But anyway, if they're required to issue it, can they charge employees? We've never had this come up. So I hesitate to say, oh, no, they can't do that. I don't know if they can't do that. It's really odd, and I'm leaning toward I don't think they can do it. But we can.
And granted, it's not a lot of money, but I mean.
No, but think about this. You have 1,000 employees, and you charge them each $5. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
What now? Seriously, they said in order to get your W-2, you have to pay.
Yes.
Now, do they issue? Wait. Did they say you can go online and print one? But if you want us to do it, is there any other thing you're missing?
Well, the thing that this is, just being, third person from my wife, they said, obviously by now it should be in the, we should have gotten it in the mail.
Nick, that's what I'm saying. Nick, then that's what I'm saying. They are saying they sent them out. and if you want another one, you have to pay. Please tell me that's it so I don't waste my time. Is that what they're saying?
Well, they're kind of giving her the go-around.
I'm asking straight up, Nick, does every employee pay $7 to get their W-2?
That would be a negative.
Okay, then I can't help you with the dispute as to whether you got it or not, or should you pay for a replacement. Nick, I simply can't, because they're going to say they sent it, you're going to say we didn't get it. If you can get other employees to say they did not get it, and somehow this company is pulling a scam to get $7 from each employee, or they don't want to do it unless people ask, then I will look into it. But with just one complaint saying, why should we have to pay? They're saying because we sent it out. And if we have to fire up our bookkeeper and get it done again, it's going to take time. And I fully understand it. So I don't mean to shut you down, but I can't help, because you're going to say we didn't get it. They're going to say, well, we sent it. And it's going to go round and round. Chira? Is it Chira?
Chira.
Chira. Chira, what is going on?
I just have a quick question.
Yes.
I am supposed to get the restoration payment from an accident, and so far I just got only one check.
What are you supposed to get, Chira?
Restoration payment.
Restitution for what?
For a car accident.
Well, was this a judgment in court?
Yes.
Okay.
But I did not have to go to court.
Did you have an attorney?
No, I don't.
Okay, so you don't have an attorney, then how do you know you're supposed to get payment? You had an accident when, Chira?
That was in June of 2016.
June, and then you were injured, is that correct?
I wasn't, but my car was totaled.
And it was whose fault? The other party?
Yes.
Okay, and that other party, did you put a claim in with their insurance?
I did, and then they did pay me some, and then
how much did they pay you?
They paid me about $4,000 or $5,000.
Okay, and that was back in 2016. Then why are you expecting more money?
Then I have $1,000 deductible, and I have to rent a car.
No, hold on. You're confusing me a little. If they are fixing your car...
They're not fixing my car.
No, but Chira, here's what I mean. Did you put the claim through your insurance, or did they put it through their insurance?
No, I put it through my insurance.
Through your collision coverage?
Yes.
Why did you do that if it was their fault?
Because I don't think they have any insurance at that time.
Okay. Chira, this is very important. That $5,000, where did it go? Who paid that to you if they don't have insurance? Who paid it to you?
My insurance paid that to me.
Your insurance paid it?
Mm-hmm.
And that was for getting your car fixed?
Not, they towed the car away. They totaled my car.
So they totaled your car, and they paid you $5,000, correct?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Okay, no, that's fine. And now you're waiting because you think the other party should pay you your deductible. Is that correct?
My deductible and plus my
rental.
Car rental, yes.
Now, you're absolutely correct. They would be responsible to you for that. But you got some problems here. You never took them to court for it, did you? Or did they just agree to... How did you know they were even going to pay for this?
I got a letter from the court that the court took her to...
Because of lack of insurance, she was required to make reimbursement from the court. That's good. That means they also ordered her to have an SR-22, which is a form she has to show every year to prove she has insurance until they trust her again. So there obviously was a court date, and they ordered the money. When was that court date?
I don't have the court with me, but I did not have to go to court.
No, you didn't. The DA or the city attorney awarded you restitution. I understand that. When?
That was way back in January of 2017.
Okay, January 17. Okay, so the question is, where is your money? Did she make or he make any payments at all?
Well, last February, I got a check from the court for around $43.
Okay, now, okay, hold on. We're going to have to figure out this. When there is court-ordered restitution, they usually collect the payment and then forward it to you. The bad thing about that is it takes a long time. The good thing about it is it's easy or easier to get a contempt charge if they're not following through. So we'll talk about that coming up. Also talking about saving money, I told you about buy and build for extraordinary savings. What about Simply Floors? Inc.com. If you're looking for floor coverings of any kind, from the most extravagant carpet down to lowly rental grade carpet to hardwoods, laminates, they even have waterproof laminates now, waterproof carpets. Listen, you can get the highest end or the lowest end, all from Simply Floors Inc. for less money than you would in a big box. Why? Because Buddy Mitchell simply makes less profit. It's that easy. He has the same buying power as the big boxes. He has designer services he offers all his customers to coordinate floors and furniture and everything. He has a showroom at 52nd and Ward. You can drop by at any time. What he doesn't have is a giant corporate office. He doesn't have the big giant staff. He has a lean, mean fighting machine to get you the best deals. You make your own appointments even. SimplyFloorsInc.com. They'll come out even in the evenings, and then you make your order, and you can go to 52nd and Ward if you want, but you will save up to 40% over the big boxes. SimplyFloorsInc.com. I've known the owner of Fix It 24/7 for more than 30 years, and I can tell you he's dedicated.
It just doesn't work, and a fresh eye looks at something. I know this sounds crazy, but I just want to say, okay, between this space and this space, right, are 17, are 52 units. Okay? I want to equally space these. No, I know, I can see that. But here's what I'm asking. I would think that if there's 52 units and there's 3 spaces, I divide 3 into 52, I come up with around 17. That if I put the center mark at 17 and the center mark at 17, it should space them, but it doesn't. What am I doing wrong? There should be 17, 17, and 17 in the spaces, but I don't know why I can't do it.
Well, and it's the edge that you put it on?
No, I didn't put it on. That's what I'm asking. There's just 52 units here, and I want to equally space them. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I guess I got to subtract this volume first.
Right. You have to find out what that volume is.
And subtract it, and then divide by 3. Okay. I just, for some reason, I'm looking at it, looking at it, and looking at it, I can't. I thought if I put the center point on there, it automatically, but it doesn't.
No, it looks like it doesn't. Hey, to talk to Daphne, which button is to talk? Screener? She's screener?
To talk, you do this. Right there.
She's control.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's where everybody.
Yeah. It's up. It's up.
Custom cabinets, tub and shower in full kitchen and bath redesign. Simply call us for an in-home estimate, and you'll see how your unique kitchen and bath fantasy will become your reality. Come on.
How's everything going with you?
Once and for all.
Well, I got some vacancies, that's why I was.
Okay, I know. We're going to talk about that for sure. Yep.
303
That's what Mark said. We got to fill that up.
800-362-8370 or drhi.com.
How many units do you have? Altogether?
40 beds, yeah.
Customization of your favorite handgun, rifle, or shotgun, Gunsmith at Large is the place to go. And when I say customization, I'm talking about things like turning a Glock into a custom handgun with a
my mom's in Minnesota, and she's probably going to go in the spring.
4.5-pound trigger. Yes,
that's just waiting for an opening.
Partner at Gunsmith at Large right now. 720-662-7156. 720-662-7156.
Worried about losing the tax deduction of your mortgage interest? Now, more than ever, it's important to stop paying more interest than you should. Affordable interest mortgage.
Good question.
Mortgage, those rates are going to continue to go up and up and up.
I'll have to check on that. One thing that she's really hesitant about going, they don't have any place for her vehicle. And that's a big deal, right? Because that's her freedom, even though she probably would only drive somewhere
the same way
1 or 2 times a week. And they don't really have parking lots in their area for that. So,
Stop paying it. Refinance or purchase your
but I do know that's a big deal and probably only affects small percentage of the people, but I can see it if you don't have your car and stuff, you kind of say, right? Right. And you say, yeah, there's Uber, there's Lyft and all that, but she doesn't do any of that on her phone.
How old's your mom?
85?
Very fortunate to have your mom. My mom, she died at 9.
Oh, that was good. I mean, that's a good life there, huh?
We had a wonderful life together. She was a wonderful mom.
So pretty much every 90. The Napa Legend Premium Battery and $20 back. Quality parts.
Did she ever go in assisted living or?
Yes. I built the place. Not physically, I campaigned to have this thing. Years ago, people raised money for this, and it went dormant because people opposed it, and it just got dropped. And I was a newspaper reporter in the area, and I found out about it, and I resurrected the people who were interested. And there was still some little money for marketing they had, and for, they weren't cheating, they just decided to drop it. So I resurrected the 501(c), and I started doing stories about it and got it built, basically. And then I spearheaded it. It was built, a beautiful facility, and my mother was in her 70s at the time, and then eventually went in there, and it was an apartment. Each had their own apartment, common hallway, 2 buildings or 3 or 4, and anyway, common hallway, like they're made like a hotel, but you have a little apartment, and then people were available to help you if you needed it. You had panic buttons, you had all kinds of stuff, but it was just assisted living in that it wasn't really like that kind of assisted living with a staff. There was a staff all the time, but not in your place.
Right, right.
So I don't know what you call that.
Sean Haney today at 1, Glenn Beck to 9 at 7. Only on Denver Truck Station, 630
And then she went into a nursing home later on. I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK,
713-8255, Golden Orchard Assisted Living. Farrell, we were talking about assisted living. My mom, she went into Bethany Village when she was a younger, older woman, where they had their own units, their own apartments, and then it was a common hallway in the building, and then they had common activities, community room, they had all kinds of stuff going on, and I'm wondering, do those still exist where they have a staff available, they have activities, it's not really assisted living, is it? It's more, what would you call it? Just a senior development?
More independent living?
Yeah, independent living, but together.
Yeah, and they're like that. There's a lot of them here.
Oh, they're, okay. And then they go up a level.
They go down for meals.
Okay. That's right.
Room.
That's exactly right. Or you can make one in your kitchen if you want.
Yeah.
But they did. You're right. They had meals if you wanted them. They have recreational activities and all of that. Now, that's not what Golden Orchard does. What kind of assisted living is Golden Orchard for those listening for their loved ones?
We have the caregivers that take care of them. We're home-like
in a home.
In a home.
Does everyone get their own room?
A real nice home. Yeah, we have both shared and private rooms.
Okay.
And they have their own bathroom in their room and their own patio.
So everyone has their own bathroom?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Or
every room. Right,
yes.
right. So if you're alone in a room, you have your own bathroom. If you're with a roommate, you have your own.
Yeah,
and some people prefer roommates, don't they?
Yes.
Okay. And then, of course, what else? You have a staff, skilled and unskilled?
We have skilled caregivers that take care of them.
The whole time?
Yes.
24/7?
Yes, they're always there, and we have a wake person at night to take care of them. We just have the one at night because most of them are sleeping.
And how do they deal with meals at the assisted living?
We have very good menu, and
it's prepared for them, everything?
It's prepared for them, everything. We prepare home-cooked meals there.
What if they want snacks?
We have snacks for them.
Anytime?
Yeah, they can ask for a snack and we'll give it to them.
Yeah, and then also even pets in some cases?
Yes, if they have a private room, they can have a pet.
Really?
As long as it's small, well-managed.
Do they walk their own dog and stuff on the grounds?
Yes, we have a nice grounds there, secured grounds.
Oh, no, you don't just have one home either, do you?
Well, the ones in Centennial here, there's 2 homes side by side, each licensed for 12 people.
They're beautiful homes.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Uh-huh. And then we have one in Wheat Ridge that we're licensed for 16 people.
Now, when you build, do you build them specifically to be homes?
The ones in Centennial were built. My husband is a builder, And he designed and built it, and I did the interiors because that used to be my business.
They look like beautiful homes. I mean, they are beautiful homes in and of themselves. They're not institutional at all.
No, they were built as private homes.
Now, you say people can bring in their own furniture?
Yes. But they can. I always furnish a room when it's vacant, and they can either use ours or bring their own, or use some of ours.
And some of theirs.
And
it's very fluid.
Yeah.
And then with pets, do you ever have any group pets where the home has a pet?
Not anymore. We have had a time or two, but right now we don't. Our little dog we had that they all loved so much died.
Oh.
Got just recently, so we haven't gotten another one because we need a real well.
Sir, you have some openings right now?
Yes, I do.
Okay, we'll talk about that coming up. This is very important that you know. This is a cut above. There's no other way to put it. If you're looking for assisted living, this is the premier, wonderful place. Beautiful grounds, beautiful homes, and beautiful people. Now, here's the most important thing. It's not priced out of the market. It is very reasonable, but of course, Medicare they take, and insurance, of course, they take. And we'll talk about that coming up as far as the vacancies. But it's goldenorchard.com. goldenorchard.com, 303-795-0784. If you have some loved ones, they have vacancies, and they don't last long. Now, Art wants to talk about replacing a roof. Art, what's going on?
Yeah, Tom, I have several problems.
Uh-oh. Let's take one at a time.
I'm 81 years old.
You're 81?
Yeah, and second of all, I don't use a computer. And third, I live out by Firestone.
Okay, so I don't hear big problems yet, so let's talk about your roof.
Okay, I'm going to right now. Yesterday morning, I woke up about 6 o'clock. I get up, fix coffee and that, and sitting in the living room, and the wind came up, and I mean, it came up. Mondays are trash day, garbage cans were rolling around and everything.
So anyway, what happened?
Well, I walked out to put our trash out after the wind quit blowing, and here's pieces of shingle laying on the...
Oh, you said pieces of shingles. You scared me. Okay.
There was one piece out up by the driveway, so I just picked it up and threw it in the trash can.
Anyway, so your roof needs replacing, or is it just repairs? What do you need? You don't know.
I need to get somebody off your...
I'm going to make this easy for you.
That lives in the Longmont area.
They don't have to live in the Longmont area.
Well, I prefer it, but...
Why do you care where they live?
Oh, local. Okay, I don't.
You know, in today's world, I understand what you're saying. I really do. But sometimes people make bad decisions based on location. Now, if this was something you were going to do regularly, like an auto mechanic maybe, or even more, you know, I would say, yeah, get to know a place, or a dry cleaner. But when it comes to something like a roof, I'm going to point you. We have great roofers on the referral list, referrallist.com. But Jay Bretz is a cut above. He's a good guy, and I'm going to ask him to personally take care of this and appoint someone who can go out there, and they'll tell you if you need a roof or a repair. And would this be as a result of? Have you had any storm damage in the past? It would be nice if insurance helped, but they may not. Have you had?
I don't know on that.
Okay. How old is your roof?
God.
As old as God?
House, and it was built in 88 or 89. Okay. We moved into it this July.
So 88 or 89. When you moved in, did you have an inspection done?
Yeah, they came up and walked the roof. Now,
you said we moved in.
Well, me and my son. He lives with me.
Okay.
My wife's deceased, so I'm a bachelor.
And when did you say this was... you are, huh? Yeah. Now, listen, when did you say this was built again? In 89?
Yes.
Okay, that's not terrible. But your roof probably needs replacing. I was wishing... I wonder if there's any storm damage since you moved in. Well, you know what? Here's what we're going to do, Art. I'm going to have somebody from Excel Roofing contact you directly. You'll know they're from my show. They're going to say, Excel Roofing, Tom Martino told me to call. And let him... I want him to send someone out to inspect and tell you exactly what you need. Okay?
Okay, that sounds good.
And you don't have to worry about a thing. I mean that. We'll take care of it, and you make sure you call me if you have any questions. Okay, can you take care of that, Daphne? Thank you very much. Okay, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Back to Chira. Chira, I didn't mean to nix you there. I just got off track. So, Chira, June of 2016, you had a claim. The court ordered reimbursement for your deductible and other expenses. Do you know what the amount is they ordered?
They ordered
total
$3,000. Let's see, $3,039.44.
Where did they get that figure? It sounds very specific. Where did they get that?
Because I sent in a form that they sent me to fill
I got
out.
you. Okay, victim form. Got it. Now,
yes.
Have you called is it the city attorney's office in this case or the district attorney? It could be either one. Who is handling this?
It's the 18th judicial district.
Okay, it's a district attorney.
Arapahoe County.
All right.
Yes, yes.
Did you call the district attorney's office?
I called, and the last time that I spoke to them, it's just they were trying to collect from her.
Yes.
But it doesn't seem like they find out where she's working, and they finally track her down where.
It's very difficult.
Now.
It's very difficult, Shira.
Yes.
It is. Even when the courts order it. You know, I have a court-ordered restitution from a guy named Scott McDonald that goes back, oh my God, now 15 years maybe. He ripped off a bunch of people, and he was ordered by the courts to pay people, and I get sporadic payment now and then. And the only way I get it is just by, I don't know, it just shows up or it doesn't. And they don't enforce it very well. One time I heard he had won a jackpot up in, he gambles a lot. That was one of his problems of why he ripped off people. And this Scott McDonald used to work at Fox 31 News. And what happened is he won a jackpot one time. I called the DA, and they confiscated it, and they passed it around to the people he owed. But that's only because I stay on top of them. And this is through Denver. You need to stay on top of them, and they will enforce it. You can even ask for contempt if he doesn't pay, or she doesn't pay. Here's the problem. They don't. If they pay something, they call it good, even though they're ordered to pay a certain amount. Like you got $43. To be straight with you, Chira, I mean, if you're depending on this money, don't. Because it's almost like you don't have it. You get it so sporadically that by the time they're all paid up, it's almost like you didn't feel it, you know?
Right.
It's terrible. It's a terrible thing.
Okay.
And so, that's why, though, I really encourage people to have uninsured motorists and uninsured property damage if they don't have collision. You had collision, which is a good thing. I'm surprised you didn't have rental coverage. But, Chira, there's not much we can do. You need to call the Arapahoe County DA, and you need to say, I want to move for contempt of court. Let us know what they tell you. But that is something you need to do on your own. If you're looking for stem cell therapy, now this is not necessarily something I'm telling you to save a bunch of money, because when it comes to pain and when it comes to discomfort, what I don't want you doing is wasting money. And if you go to a chiropractor's office that says he has stem cell therapy, yet he has fluid shipped into him or her, it's not living stem cells. I don't want you wasting money. There are too many offices right now claiming to have stem cells, and they don't. They're simply ripping people off, in my opinion. What you need is true living stem cells if you want stem cell therapy. Insist, first of all, here's how you protect yourself. Insist on MDs. Insist on living stem cells, and the only way to get them is to harvest them from you at the time of treatment. And they re-inject them, and you insist on image-guided injections, meaning x-rays or sonograms, whatever they do. But you need imagery. You also need MDs and doctors who know orthopedics and know pain and know how to do it. Please protect yourself. In my opinion, chiropractors have no place in stem cells when they don't have these tools. Now, I've learned the hard way. I don't want you to waste money. Call Centeno Schultz. He was the first doctor, Dr. Chris Centeno, to do it. 303-963-9201. 303-963-9201. The clinic is Centeno Schultz or Regenex.
Oh, man, I'm excited to go to that.
Hey, Tom, I went there.
Oh, sorry.
On your...
Did you go to Centeno? What did they do for you?
They took my blood and they did platelets.
Oh, yeah, they did PRP
So
instead.
I don't know.
PRP, they decided you didn't need the
That's
stem
what he
cells.
said.
Isn't that nice?
So we'll see.
Well, how long ago?
I I went the 19th last month.
Oh, it's going to take.
It's 60 days. I go back in 60 days.
What did they use?
You're going to love it.
To heal what?
Huh?
What did they use it to heal?
Platelet rich.
Yeah, I know.
They put it, they did,
So my tree service called
It was in your knees. That's what
and want to be on the air, but
yeah, I'm gonna go.
I've
I've got a big hole in my foot.
I don't?
I don't have a feeling in my foot.
Yes, you know what, I called my chiropractor and they had, I called at 10:30 at night just to leave a message, and they had a really nice lady answering the phone. So I'll find out who they are, and then we'll see if we can get on.
This is a big deal about so many of these
All right.
places not being real.
That's right.
And it's such a
Well, on
big.
his recommendation.
Yeah.
It's better for them, the one question I had was, it's better to have a local
promising treatment for people. It's the
company than nationwide.
It's
Do
got.
you think, for instance?
You have to work for America. That's my foot if I don't.
That's what I would.
But I'm so excited for this thing. I got to get out of there. For my ex-wife's funeral that next morning.
You had a funeral? You had an ex-wife that died?
Yeah, my son's mom down in Phoenix. I'm so proud of him.
What happened?
He's been taking care of her.
What happened to her?
Cancer for 7 years. He's had her at home taking care of her. It's been, and she's a real hard person to deal with. So he's had his job cut out for him. My dad's 90, and he does well, real well, but he's just, meals are becoming a problem for him. And he's the one talking about assisted living. He's in Phoenix 6 months out of the year, down Scottsdale. And then, is there such a thing as a program up here for half a year? Or?
Well, why don't you do Meals on Wheels?
Go back.
Well, he does do Meals on Wheels, but they only deliver once a day. But
he likes more than once.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Do it.
Although
Do it.
it's probably healthier.
Not only healthier, but a lot of times they give you so much that they spread it out over.
Yeah, they do a good job. They do a real good job. He does have them come. But that's just, hell, I'd go. Somebody cook for me. I'm ready. Neither my wife and I both hate to cook.
Please know you're not alone. There's help.
I love cooking. I just don't have time to cook. I love
special number to address your concerns. 720.
And you're probably good at it.
I've gotten good at it.
Yeah. It's hard to like things you're not very good at.
Actually, with that like Blue Apron and all that stuff, now you can order stuff and have a full meal.
Yeah. We've got to find.
And he has money. It's not like he doesn't have money.
You should buy him that once and see if he likes that.
What's that?
Blue Apron, or there's all bunch of different.
What's Blue Apron?
They send you the stuff to make the meal, and then you make it.
Okay.
It's not like a warm up from it. It's all fresh.
Did your dad have money when you were growing up, or did he just start having it when you were later?
He did okay. When I was about 10 years old in Thornton, we owned eight or nine of the houses on our block. He started taking over when people got divorced, taking over homes back then. So.
He just knew what he was doing.
Yeah, he just won't retire. He just works at it hard.
A simpler, hassle-free way to get a mortgage completely online in minutes.
He did get lucky.
Did he always, what did he do for a living? Did he always just
He had an insurance agency.
What kind of insurance?
He worked for Prudential for a while, but he owned a little independent agent called All Insurance Agency. My sister took it over. Still has it. Started that in '57.
Go to America's #1 online lender.
That was his kind of main job. In the background, he always had all this real estate.
For the best mortgage experience
on my poor dad's not handy.
Oh, I thought he was. He does so much shit around there.
I
mean, he's always working around the airport. I thought he was very handy.
He's putter. My mom grew up on a farm. There was a whole bunch of girls, so all of these son-in-laws, my grandfather made certain all the son-in-laws brought them back every summer. You can marry my daughter, but you got to bring her back here once a summer. That way, he took all these son-in-laws into doing all this work. My dad wasn't handy. I'll tell you later.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Joseph A. Lazara is a criminal defense attorney. Put his name down, and I hope you never use it, because it means you did either a stupid thing or you have a problem. And I'm serious when I talk about this. Drinking and driving is no small problem. A DUI is a very serious offense, but you're lucky if you get a DUI and no one was injured and nothing happened, maybe it'll trigger something in you. But some people truly are innocently, you know what I mean by that, they're trying to calculate. It's a soccer mom on her way home and seriously has 1 or 2 drinks, but it can put you over the edge. Anyway, Joseph A. Lazara, no judging, just call if you need help, but try designated drivers or Uber or Lyft if you ever have a question. 303-429-6200. 303-429-6200, LazaraLegal.com. So we have with us Golden Orchard Assisted Living. We'll talk to Farrell more. If you have any questions at all on that topic, anything to do with the elderly and assisted living, it's such an important topic. And I know when you're younger, you don't feel like you're ever going to need it. John, you want to donate a motorhome. What kind of motorhome, John?
It's an Explorer. It's 40 foot long. It's in pretty good shape.
Really? And you want to donate it? What about, now, is this to a charity?
Yep.
You hold on. Let's talk about it.
I know you're influential.
Okay, John, if you can hang on, we're going to find a home for that motorhome. Stick around.
If you're a man over the age of 40.
Anyway, my dad, I've got 2 in the way now. My grandfather one time said to me, you know, your dad's a dear man, he's a great provider, he's a decent person, but he couldn't pour piss from a boot if it had instructions on the bottom of the heel.
People like that.
I remember my grandfather saying that, and that picture when I was a kid, hearing that. He was good, but he was not handy.
You know, that really shocks me, because your dad seems, when I see him around, he's always puttering.
Yeah, he just putters. He's got an interest, and when he does work on things, it's dangerous. He puts everything away, all tools, rags, paint, all goes in one box, and he can't find anything.
1-800-362-6175. Call now. 1-800-362-6175.
Dan, are you handy?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen examples of what Tom does.
But I just, time is everyone's enemy, isn't it?
Yeah. I've got all these vehicles I'm trying to get out of my yard. I had all that stuff there. We were lining it all up to sell it and got hail on it. God, I've had to fix everything for months since May.
Reversing another judge's assessment that the derailment that killed 8 and injured hundreds was an accident and not negligence. 3 years ago,
there's a big difference. Negligence or
more than 100 miles an hour. The curved speed limit was 50 miles an hour.
But an accident would excuse them of liability if truly.
Yeah,
I mean, not they always can find something. I think.
Yeah, how's that not negligent taking the corner twice the speed?
The U.S. Defense Chief briefing lawmakers on the nation's new nuclear posture. Fox's Sharon Halpern live on Capitol Hill.
That nuclear posture calls for 2 new capabilities: a sea-launched nuclear.
Do you have a favorite place as far as the donation and stuff? Or I know a lot of places will take vehicles. Motorhomes might be a little different deal, but.
Well, I have one, yeah.
Okay. I was just looking up.
Do we have to go get it started?
Here's what I think. I like Step 13. What do they
oh, the new, they're not Step 13 anymore. You're right.
Look it up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a great program. And they have those guys that work on stuff there, too.
No, they don't do that anymore.
Oh, they don't do that anymore?
No.
I thought they used to. Yeah, they used to fix up cars.
They actually used to train people. That was.
Yeah. What are they doing now for trades?
I couldn't find any place that actually works with vehicles.
Huh.
He was at a previously scheduled House hearing.
Bob Cote? Is that the guy's Bob Cote? Oh, is he dead?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a good guy.
Yeah,
good guy.
Great guy, yeah.
He cared about people.
Yeah.
And he took no bullshit from me.
And that's exactly right. Because he says, don't give them money. You know, that's the worst thing you can do to an addict is give them money.
Hey,
put them on the
is that a faucet running? No,
I think
that's not a faucet. That's a river rushing through the forest.
He used to give out those Burger King $10 coupons for Burger King.
Well, he had some there are some conditions. You had to show up there and show some progress. Yeah, your meal and a place to live.
My wife tried to give them out to guys on corners, they threw them on the ground.
Yeah, because they had to show up and listen or talk and they had to do certain things. And they wanted no part of that.
No, they just wanted the drugs.
I didn't know that. Yep.
There's so many places they say will work for food. You can get. Somebody said that they got the car because they couldn't do it on foot and was able to get 20 meals a day free.
That's awesome. I didn't know how cool the forest could be.
I don't
Hey,
doubt it.
let's go explore some more.
Visit the forest
It
today.
says my
Enjoy
monitor's
all it
going
does
to
just
sleep.
for you. To learn more about
Just
the
wiggle
forest
the
and
mouse.
find one near you, go to
There's a
discover.
place called,
Right down the
when I
middle.
said, where's the new step 13, there's a step Denver. Looks like
There it
the
goes.
same.
There it goes.
Is brought to you by Indeed.com.
Motorhome
Partly sunny today with a high of 45.
car repair shop.
Partly cloudy and a low of
Parking keys
23.
in.
Tomorrow,
Bail
mostly
them.
sunny with a high of 55. Thursday, mostly sunny.
Looks like the same thing.
Indeed. Use
I cannot believe that.
million businesses for hiring, where business owners
You
and
got-
HR
I tell you what, that is-
openings.
You got bionic eyes.
No, well, no, it's just like, he's got lenses that, versus cataract, I mean.
I know, it's
they're
bionic.
they're not-
and older, are you not feeling
You mean they're not, you're not
They
mechanical?
flex, they flex.
Are
Yeah,
you
but they're not.
or experiencing
Oh,
life
you know, I asked them
change
about that.
in your own home?
They're not flexing as much as they are, they flex a little, but what they do is they have circles like a target, an infinite, it's progressive in.
Really?
So, because they say, when you look close at something, your pupils get smaller, and so it goes to that area, and your eye learns where to focus. So, they were working on ones that flex, but when we get older, even though the lenses will flex, they're not going to flex as much.
Because they don't have the muscles.
Because we don't have the muscles. So they combine the softer lens with is it called concentric?
Concentric, yeah.
Whatever it is, they're all where the centers are aligned.
Okay.
So then, when you're looking out wide and you go wide, you're actually, it's amazing.
It would be like a bifocal, but in a circular.
Or more like a progressive.
Yeah, that's clever.
I'm wondering if,
You got to get it.
like, say if I ever got to go get cataracts or anything,
So I'm really lucky because at my age I can read close up at my nose.
what age?
67.
I can read good. That's amazing.
I know everybody I know needs reading glasses.
You know what though? That is amazing. You know, but that's because you had LASIK, right?
No, that's
I've had LASIK.
So wait, you've never had any correction? No. And you can read both near and far.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
that is.
I don't see real good. I got 20/30 in my right eye and 20/40 in my left eye. I don't see real good far. I have sunglasses when I drive, but I always just barely pass the driving test.
That is very rare.
It's extremely rare.
And it hasn't changed since I was 14. So.
Especially if you can read like that close and stuff.
And you can see far away too.
Pretty good, yeah.
Good. Well,
I don't need glasses to drive.
Don't rely on Social Security for your financial future. Get a personal
Count your lucky stars.
I know. I got something that works. I got so many other things broken.
Schedule an appointment with your
Yeah, you
local
sure
financial
do.
engines advisor. That's financial.
Also,
no, he does.
I am also so very lucky. I found out the other day how few people have survived 2 rattlesnake bites.
Call me at 866-648-1422 or visit financialending.com.
You know, my wife was the luckier one. She had just been right into it. Jumped down to right for it into me. So it was indirect. Still not.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your consumer advocate. They call me the Troubleshooter. For some 40 years here in Denver. You know, a long time ago I used to be called the inflation fighter. Honest to God, that was it was not here in Denver. It was elsewhere around the country. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. If you've ever listened to me or watched me around the country, anywhere else, for any other station, call and let me know. And you will be treated to dinner with me because I'd love to talk about the old places I've lived. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. This hour, brought to you by Ideal Home Loans for your next ideal home loan. Right now, the stock market is correcting a bit, which means that mortgages become more attractive. You see, mortgages are a direct contrast to the stock market. If the stock market goes up and it's really a good place to invest, people pull their money out of bonds into the stock market. Do you understand that? So that the investors will flock to the stock market. If the stock market makes any corrections, they pull money out of stocks and put them into bonds. And for the most part, when we say bonds, we mean mortgage bonds, although there are municipal bonds and other kinds of bonds, mortgage bonds. So if people start flocking to mortgage bonds, it's possible that interest rates will go up. But it doesn't matter. They have a 2-year interest rate guarantee. You'll save money immediately, but if the interest rates go down, they will totally refinance you free of charge. 303-867-7000. 303-867-7000. IdealHomeLoans.com. And it only has to go down by 0.75%. Okay? Now, in a little while, we'll talk about assisted living. If you have any questions at all, you have any loved ones, I have some emails for Farrell we'll get to, and it's a very important topic. We also left off the last hour with John, who said that he wants to donate a motorhome. What year is it, did you say, John? What year is it?
It's a 1975. It's pretty old.
My God!
It's in good shape.
It's almost as old as you. Okay, so John, why are you donating? Why are you getting rid of it?
Because code enforcement, it's in my yard. It's on my driveway, right? They don't want it there. They want me to put it in storage. I don't want to do it. I was using it as a garage. I cleaned it out.
Did you have it? How long have you had it?
I'd say maybe 10 years.
And how many miles are on this thing?
85, I think.
Is that original miles, 85,000?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the mileage on this.
Now, snap us a picture if you can. Do you have a? No.
I live in a bubble, and I don't have a camera.
You don't have a cell phone with a camera?
No.
And you don't have any computer?
I don't.
Okay. How old are you, John?
78.
Oh, okay. So what, are you getting ready to just unload everything?
Well, it's like I told you, code enforcement wants me to move it. It's been in my driveway, and they want me to put it in storage. I don't want it.
No, of course.
I don't
Okay.
need it.
What if I can't find someone to donate it to? Because truly, it might be too old for someone to even take it as a donation, really, as far as a charity. But what if someone will just be willing to take it off your hands? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, you want, and I'm going to take the emails at live@troubleshooter.com if you want a free 1975, and the model is, make and model?
It's a 1975 Explorer. The outside is in pretty good shape.
Explorer.
Inside,
who made the Explorer? Is it the Explorer?
Yeah.
And it's a 40-foot?
Yep. It's big. You know, one of the charities I've been calling, right? Nobody calls me back. But one guy said, you know what? We only take the fifth wheels, right? This is the same size as fifth wheel, but I guess they want to be more modern. I don't know.
You know, listen, is this a cab over or is this a Class A? Do you know?
No, it's a regular motorhome.
Okay, so you drive the motorhome. It's a Class A.
I don't drive it. I don't drive.
Does it start up?
I haven't tried it.
In how many years?
Maybe 5.
So if someone can get there and start it up and take it, you'll sign over the title free and clear to them.
I will. See, even code enforcement agrees that somebody could live in there. Somebody is homeless. All the appliances work, everything, right?
Well, yeah. But we don't know if you can start it. But we'll get that. Listen, I'll bet you we'll find someone. Live@troubleshooter.com is the email, people. If you have anyone at all that you think might want, it's a Dodge, by the way, a Dodge Explorer. That's what I'm being told.
Okay.
So that could be cool. Okay. Make sure we have his information. A free motorhome. I'm looking for it here, a picture. I'm trying to find a picture, but people, if you want to Google, it's a 75 Explorer. 75 Explorer. I don't know. What would you do with it? You know what? These things can be cleaned up pretty well. That 75 vintage. There it is. There's one. Oh, that's a good looking, and his is 40 foot. That's a good looking motorhome, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. I want to follow this through and see what happens. Yvonne, welcome to the show. What's going on, Yvonne?
Yes. So The short summary is my husband had lab work done at a local facility, and we were covered by insurance. We'd had continuous coverage. This was back December 17th of 2011.
Wow. Wow. Wait. Hold on. So, when this accident happened, who got hurt?
It wasn't an accident. It
was
not an lab work.
I'm sorry.
Lab work for,
I understand. I'm sorry I said that. I was looking at the upper one who has a different problem. So, the lab work, what is the medical bill about? You thought the lab work was being paid?
Yes.
By the insurance company.
$500. Right. It was $588. We had to prove that we had continuous coverage. The coverage was through my employer.
And who was the coverage with? Not your employer, but I mean the underwriter.
Cigna.
Cigna. Okay. And now you're getting a bill for how much?
This is at the moment it's gone from $588 to $223 plus 8% interest.
What do you mean 223?
I don't know.
Wait.
I don't get that part.
It went down. It went from 588 to 200.
Yes.
To 223. Okay, that's
so they
because
didn't contact us for 6 years.
Okay, here.
And then we suddenly got a letter this last December.
I understand that.
Saying,
okay, technically they don't have to contact you at all until they collect. They should, and a judge would throw out probably penalties and interest if they did not interest, because interest they figure is cost of money. But there are a few things we need to know. The 588 that was billed, is it possible your insurance paid part of it?
No, because the facility that drew the blood did not process the claim properly. I've spent more than 20 hours on the phone with Cigna, and Cigna has actually talked to the
Why would you waste 20
said,
hours? That's almost...
Because I'm disabled and I have a lot of time on my hands.
So Yvonne,
I don't have
Yvonne, so you found out that back in 2011 that it was done wrong.
Correct.
And they never, ever got paid. That much you absolutely know. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So we got a couple things to think about. First, it was never paid, and it went down, which is unheard of, and there's no attorney's fees attached, and there's no penalties attached. It's at $223. If it's money, why did Cigna say they did not pay? Because it was submitted incorrectly? Is that why?
Correct, because they were supposed, the facility was supposed to get information from the doctor with regards to a pre-existing condition.
Okay, that's fine. What I want to tell people,
to prove the claim.
I want to tell people that about 80% of the time, insurance companies automatically reject claims saying they weren't done properly, and they find something wrong, and it can be something as little as they typed over the line or under the line or something, and they do it because for every day they do not pay, they make millions upon millions of dollars a year in unpaid claims delayed by a week or two. It's just, it truly is a game they play. It's called the float, and they make money on the interest, and people, that what they're hoping is that it goes away and that it doesn't come back. And I'm serious when I say this. It is an actual procedure to deny claims. And again, this is not for you, Yvonne. This is for people listening. Again, we use every call to try to be instructive. Now, let's get to your problem. You have a few choices here. First of all, if it goes beyond 6 years, they can't collect. No, they can collect, but they have no right to go to court. You can challenge it. They cannot take you to court and get a judgment after 6 years. So from the date
they served us papers yesterday saying that they are going to take us to court.
Okay. And
for this $300 and some odd dollars.
You said 223?
Well, it's 223 plus 86 something or 80 some dollars, 85.70 for interest.
Okay. I think, in my opinion, that you're going to lose and that you should pay. But it's not worth the court appearance. But they must know the date. They must know, because they're not stupid. They're not going to waste their time if they are challenged on a statute of limitations. So if it really is right under the 6-year mark, and it must be, So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. What? When was it?
December 17th, 2011 was when the laps were drawn.
So they have until this year, right? They have until...
Yeah.
So, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. No, wait a minute. No. It was due December.
But did they start it in December?
Oh, no, that's when the lab was drawn.
Right.
It's from the date the bill is due.
Right.
And you could argue, they might be in trouble. They're claiming...
The court date's March. It's this coming March.
Now, the court date doesn't matter. It's the
December again.
No. It doesn't matter when the date is. What matters is when they filed. They have to file within 6 years of the time the bill was due. Okay? Now, here's what a lot of people do. When unethical collectors will credit an account a few dollars, I'm afraid that's what they did with you. You had a 588. They may have credited some payment, meaning there's another 6 years because you kept it alive. It's called novation, which means new agreement. And whenever people have activity, that's why when collectors call and say, just make any payment you want, $3 or $4 or $5, and I'll leave you alone, they want to start the clock rolling again, so don't do it. We need, this might be in your favor. This might be what's called ghosting. Now, ghosting is where the provider doesn't give a damn about this bill. They have long since forgotten it. And you have collectors who come in and say, let us buy your trash. They say, let us take out the trash. What that means is you go and find the oldest, most decrepit bills that you don't have a prayer of collecting on, and you sell it to us for, if it's, a penny for every $100 or whatever it turns out to be. It could be, Yvonne, that your bill was in a collection of trash and they're just taking a stab at it, and that's why they lowered it. Or it could be that they fictitiously credited you with a payment. No matter what, they know what they're doing. So what we need to do is establish the due date, and I think if that place had a due on, if they expected payment upon completion, then I believe that bill was due when you had the blood drawn. But I don't know what it was back then. Do you recall when the payment was due?
Well, I'm looking at one particular bill that says due date July 17th of 2012.
Oh.
The whole reason I didn't pay any of this stuff.
Hold on, that would be terrible.
In 11.
That would be terrible. That would give them until 2018 if you add 6 years.
Okay.
So here's, if you want to take care of this, you have to take care of it. If you want us to do something, ask us specifically. But right now, it looks like you're going to owe the money unless you can prove it's beyond the 6 years. Art of Granite. Talk about saving money. Art of Granite. Do you know what I love most about Art of Granite? Well, I love the way they do business, of course, and the quality. But you can call and get prices on the phone. How many times have you wanted to estimate your kitchen remodel or something? Whatever it is, and you want to call and say, how much will this cost? And they, oh, you got to come in. That's because they want to give you the old shuffle. Mitch Fillery at the Art of Granite will instruct you on some photos and measurements, and he'll give you a price, and that price will be pretty dang close. You tell him what kind of material you want, and if you like that price, go to Golden, his showroom, and what you'll see is the specifics. When you pick the specific cabinet and countertops, he'll give you a firm quote that won't change, and he can schedule installation as soon as a week after that, depending on the templating schedule and all of that. artofgranite.net. And here's another thing. He's a direct importer of stone, which means granite, marble, and quartz, and other exotic stones, or any kind of flat or, solid surface. Just give him a call, find out more. He'll tear out and haul away everything free. He does the bathroom free when you have the kitchen done. 303-386-5919, 303-386-5919, artofgranite.net.
Bill's already been brought back to life and she's disabled. What if she offers me $10 a month?
From the L&L Heating and Air Conditioning traffic flow back.
I'm going to call Step Denver and see if they'll take that motor home. Okay. That's the new Step 13.
Okay. Blocking traffic and all
Step Denver.
That's cool. Thank you. Watch out for. There's wrecking cleared westbound Evans and LaFayette. Look out for
It's a diesel motor home, it might start.
on Turnpike. Look out for crash in the cleanup stages and on the go. Weather forecast. Mostly cloudy today. Chance of afternoon showers with highs in the mid-40s today. Tonight, mostly cloudy overnight.
I don't think it's really 40 foot, Tom.
Right now, mostly cloudy skies in the Mile High City, and we're sitting at 36.
You never saw
traffic and weather.
a 40 foot that wasn't a bus.
6:30.
It wasn't a bus. A Class A that's not a pusher that's whole 40 foot, usually they're 38 foot or 36 foot.
Bounders used to be 40 foot all day long.
Were they? 40 foot?
Yeah. But I don't understand what you mean by a bus. What do you mean?
Well, the diesel pusher.
Learn more at
a diesel in the back end.
Is that what you call a bus? A diesel? Yeah. Okay, I call a bus.
Consumers more than
A
30
bus.
years
You
in
know,
all
a Gilly
areas of
chassis, a
business.
bus.
Yeah.
A bus chassis.
Usually you got the door at the front corner instead of the middle.
Larson Tax Relief. If you owe back taxes, if it's been years since you filed,
Did he
these
say
guys
40?
are the
I
best.
believe
They're
it.
smart. They have a
40,
fantastic team of experts that will
Well,
understand.
I guess
your
back in
situation.
75,
They're
but I don't
made
remember anything being that long.
Larson Tax Relief.
I think
Relief
you're right
from
about the
your
boundaries,
tax
but they were in the
problems.
90s.
Larson will get you the absolutely best possible
I don't know
resolution. You won't have to worry about your wages being garnished or losing your house. Larson will get between you and the IRS. They'll save you thousands and thousands of dollars. I trust Ron and Jack Larson and their team of experts, and you can too. 844-LARSON-TAX, or check them out at LarsonTaxRelief.com. That's 844-LARSON-TAX. 844-LARSON-TAX. Larson Tax Relief is the only tax relief and audit organization I endorse on my referral list at referralist.com.
Worried about losing the tax deduction of your mortgage interest? Now, more than ever, it's important to stop paying more interest than you should. Take AIM, affordable interest.
Put it at Jimmy's
If you have
farm.
a second mortgage, those rates are going to continue to go up and up and up. Let me show
It's
you how to
40
take advantage of
40
higher
acres of
performing
junkyard.
loans of $529,000 and
James,
lower.
James,
So
yeah,
Jimmy.
Jim James, yeah.
You know, I got a problem with you.
I have a lot of problems with
No,
him.
I got a problem with what he screwed me.
Did he?
Yeah, you know why? When I was going through my trouble and my hangar was being sold,
Yeah.
he and Jeff agreed they would help me out. They took Jeff's storage stuff from me. He put cabinets and a workbench in his hangar. Jimmy did. And I said, I'll come back for it. Let me know if there's a problem. No problem. When I went back, a year and a half later, he had given him and set him up in his sister's house. And he says, it's too late, I gave him away. I said, what? He said, I didn't think you were coming back for me. I said, don't you think you should have asked me, Jim?
Yeah.
You know, James, I said, that's bullshit. You don't just give away somebody's stuff. I was very, very upset. I'm telling you. And to this day, I won't have anything to do with it because of it. I think it sucks. To do something like that is wrong. He's just wrong.
He's always continually cheated the system. He doesn't have a driver's license. He doesn't have a pilot.
He doesn't have a driver's license.
He built his house without a permit.
He truly doesn't have a driver's license.
I'm almost positive that truck he's driving is stolen.
5559. That's 720-893-5559. The Raleigh
I don't
House
think
is
he
a
stole
premier
it. I think
addiction
he bought
recovery
it.
program located here in
Well,
Colorado.
I was
You'll
a
speak to
pilot,
someone
too.
local about
Oh, you told me that one time. I think. What did you fly? You said a 172, right?
Yeah.
I remember that. He's a pilot.
Well, you know, we heard the news, my husband, he had planes always, and we had the Cessna, and we heard this lady yesterday bring one in. Did you hear that? She was 80 years old, and her husband died at the wheel, and she landed it. And we heard it all, and I said, boy, that could have been me, because I went and said, I'm going to learn to get it now, and I'm not going to be flying with you if I can't get it landed.
You know, that's exactly why my wife got a pilot's license.
Yeah.
She had the fear of the pilot dropping dead, and she got it for the same reason.
Well, we flew all the time. My husband always had planes.
You know, there's a lady out at Front Range who has a big old 180. It's a tail dragger. And it has no paint left on it, but it originally had paint. It's just been sun bleached off. You know, and then they have this old Ford Fairmont that sits out the airport. And her and about 4 of her friends, I mean, they live on a farm way out somewhere. And I'm sure this plane has probably never been annual. But they fly it once a month to Denver to go shopping. And there's not one lady in that plane that's under 80. And they land that old thing. Is this me?
Hi, I'm Martino, your troubleshooter. Century RV has a 30,000 square foot showroom in Lakewood. It's just north of 6th Avenue between Kipling and Sims, and it's right next to Woodley's. Century RV, as in Century, like the 100 mark. CentryRV.com to find out more. They're still up on the 119 turnoff to Longmont and I-25. They have the largest selection of used RVs, and if you want to get new ones, little camper trailers, speaking of RVs, this guy wanted to donate, little camper trailers you can buy for under 10 grand, and you can buy a Big Iron brand new and get $50,000 discounts in some of them. They have fifth wheels, Class A's, Class B's. That's CentryRV.com, 303-453-1111. They're open Monday through Saturday, 8 to 6. Speaking of RVs, Deputy Dan did, what is it called now? Step
Denver, and I tried calling them. They didn't answer, so I'm going to put it...
see if they want that motorhome.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Daphne, get to the live emails that want that motorhome. We'll just give it away and help the guy get it off there. Okay, how many vacancies do you have? Do you accept couples? That's one of the emails we got. Farrell Johnson with Golden Orchard Assisted Living.
Yes, we have vacancies, and we do accept couples.
Now,
and usually they have a room, they're in one room, a shared room.
Right.
But if they don't want to, they can pay for a private.
Do you ever have couples that don't share a room?
I've had them ask. I've never admitted one yet.
Yeah, because you figure, wait a minute. Okay, so you do accept couples. How many vacancies do you have total?
I have 3 in each home in Centennial.
Okay.
And 4 in Wheat Ridge.
Okay. 4 in Wheat Ridge and 3 in each home. Is this unusual to have?
Yes.
It is, isn't it?
Very.
So
usually I'm full.
That's 10 vacancies.
Yeah.
And are there any, I don't know how to ask this other than, are there any specials you do? Like move-ins or, I don't know. I don't know anything about the business.
I haven't done any.
Okay.
I do occasionally if they can't. Like I had one call yesterday, and their limit was 4,000, and the room they wanted was 42, and sometimes I'll knock off the 200 as a hardship.
That includes what, meals and stuff?
Oh, that's all their meals.
That's everything.
Everything, any help they need.
Really?
Bathing, dressing.
So that's
we just have the flat fee, and we take care of them.
I like that. And that's way cheaper than nursing homes.
And a lot of these places add on for every little thing they do, and that can get pretty expensive.
And it's way better value than a nursing home. So how old? What are the requirements? When do you say, no, you need a nursing home?
Well, if they can't walk and or be in a wheelchair.
They can't be bedridden.
Yeah, we can't take them bedridden. We can keep them. We believe in aging in place, and if they get bedridden after they've been there,
you don't send them away.
We can keep them as long as we can take care of them.
Okay. And what about wheelchair bound?
We take wheelchair bound.
Okay. So that's good to know. And that's Golden Orchard Assisted Living, and the website Golden Orchard, is it .com?
Yeah,
just goldenorchard.com. 303-795-0784. Let's go to the phones. We got a lot happening here today, and I want to get to all of you. Shane, welcome. Shane, what's happening?
How you doing, Tom? I'm doing okay, but I got a lot of questions and a confusing story.
Okay, if you start at the beginning, I'll help you through. Go ahead.
Okay, my girlfriend's mom, she just died on January 18th.
What's her first name?
Donna.
Okay, Donna. So what about Donna?
She used to work at Rockies Flats, so she had Social Security coming in from Rockies Flats and a retirement fund and a life insurance policy. They won't talk to us at all. They won't talk to my, she's my fiance, but her name is Natalie. They won't talk to her at all.
Now wait, when did she die?
January 18th of this year.
And what did she die from?
COPD, and she had some, it's called borreliosis. It's something that people in Rocky Flats got.
Okay, so Donna died, and was she living alone?
Yeah, she was actually renting a room from a friend of hers.
Oh, she was renting. Okay. So what do you mean no one will talk to you? What does that mean?
Well, nobody from Rocky Flats will help us.
But hold on. This is what hold on. This is what I don't understand. She died, and where is she now?
We had a funeral, and we had her cremated, and
okay, what do you mean by talk to you? Oh, he got disconnected. Shane, if you are listening, You got disconnected. You got to call us back. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Or call 303-MARTINO. Listen, leave 303-MARTINO for Shane, and if somebody calls on that and it's not Shane, transfer him to another line. I need Shane to call back. He was disconnected. Shane, if you're listening, we're ready for your call. 303-MARTINO. 303-627-8466. Now, again, we have, I think we took care of, okay, Suzanne. What's going on, Suzanne?
Hi, Tom. Thanks for taking my call.
Yes, Suzanne, what's happening?
So I've been getting a bill for a woman with my name who lives in the same city since July of 2016.
Now, it's not, it's the same city, and what kind, when you share both names, middle initial, what do you share?
I just know first and last. I know we don't have the same age.
Okay, and it's not yours?
No.
Okay, so why do you care?
I keep getting the bill.
Mm-hmm.
I'm worried about it being on my credit.
Well, did you check?
I checked yesterday. So far, there's nothing.
Okay, and really, they have to connect that with a social. So I wouldn't worry about that until it happens.
Okay.
Is there any other thing that bothers you? Like, how much is it?
It's $2,150.
Okay, and is it for what? Medical what?
She apparently, it's a mental health facility, so she had an acute situation. Originally, they gave me her address and her husband's name, but I didn't think it was going to be a problem, so I didn't write it down.
I'm shocked that, well, the collector gave you this info?
No, the health care facility.
God, how did you manage that?
I just got someone that yapped.
Yeah. Well, listen, here's what I want to know. What do they say? Are they threatening?
No. So I've got two bills. So the mental health, they said, oh, we clicked on the wrong person. You know, everyone's name's kind of in the system. And she said she'd fix it. Then I kept getting the bills. Then they told me that I was there. I just didn't think I was there. It was kind of one of those
All
things.
right. So right. So you did contact them to tell them it's not you, right?
Well, yeah, so I got that. There's two bills. So I got that one finally fixed. My husband finally called in 4 to 6 months, and I talked to her this morning. She said they don't show anything. But it's the billing office. So I was getting two bills. The billing office is out of Miami, Florida. They've been very difficult. They say they fix it, and I'm still getting...
You know what? I don't know how to deal with this other than the way I tell everyone to deal with it. Ignore it unless if it interferes with your credit. There is one letter we can help you with that'll do away with it. That is a very simple letter about credit blackmail or credit defamation and how you will sue because truly slander of credit is a big lawsuit, and any attorney knows that. If it's not on your credit or you don't get served, don't worry about it. If you get served, that's a good thing, because then you go to court and clearly show it's not you. I know it's a pain in the ass, but you know what? That's life. So I would ignore it. I really would. You don't have anything to worry about, and periodically check your credit. In fact, if you have one of these monitoring services, they will let you know when something derogatory goes on your credit, and that's a good thing to have. Budget A1 Transmission and Auto Repair has a deal that I want you to listen to, and tell me if you think there's any downside, because I don't see one. In fact, I love it. Budget A1 Transmission and Auto Repair says they will find, fix, or free any problem. Find, fix, or free. Remember what that means. $89 plus parts. They figure they can fix about 85% of all problems within that $89 labor charge, and you pay for parts. If it's really simple, you know, you'll pay less, like a loose wire, you know. If it is really complicated, they'll give you a full diagnostic as to why they have to spend more than $89 for you. And they will give you a complete diagnostic, and the call is free. So listen carefully. You pay $89 plus parts, or you pay nothing, but you do get free diagnostics. So there is no risk whatsoever. In fact, if it's $89 and you don't want to buy the part because it's too expensive, you walk away. It's 303-781-9858, Budget A1 Transmission and Auto Repair on Santa Fe, just south of Dartmouth. Budget A1 on my referral list, 3201 South Santa Fe, 781-9858. You know, so many people call me when they're injured and they say, Tom, who should I call? And I say, John Fuller at Fuller Law. John Fuller has seen all kinds of cases on personal injury, and he can give you an honest assessment of that case. Personal injury is nothing to fool around about. The other side will always try to minimize your claim. The other side will always try to make you feel greedy or not entitled. You need someone who will fight for you. If it's someone else's fault, you should be paid. I mean, after all, if you broke someone's window at a house or you ruined their car, they expect you to pay for it. It's not something you can ever do on your own. So if you have a serious case, John Fuller will tell you and fight for you. 303-597-4500. Here's the deal. Don't let someone get away with it if they've injured you and you have all kinds of losses. You can't work. You have problems as a result. His website, johnrfuller.com. johnrfuller.com. 303-597-4500. 303-597-4500. Look for John Fuller on my referral list at referralist.com. Hello, I'm Tom Martino. Now, you've heard me talk a lot about stem cell therapy. I've done extensive research, which led me to Centennial Schultz Clinic right here in Colorado. They're internationally recognized for their work with stem cells. They're all MDs, working with true living stem cells harvested from your own fat or bone marrow, then strategically delivered with guided injections. Only MDs deliver the injections. More experience than any other provider in the country. Why would you go to a clinic with no MDs at all? Centennial Schultz can help you with painful joints, knees, hips, back, shoulders, hands. They can repair most ACL tears with a needle instead of a knife. Before you have surgery, consult Centennial Schultz at 303-963-9201. Explore your options at a true medical regenerative clinic. Centennial Schultz, 303-963-9201.
I know that they watch the show through that, so.
Yeah, this doesn't sound like I can't believe
But
it.
do you think we should be making decisions for people as to whether
It's
they...
just that I'm sure this guy doesn't want a whole bunch of people.
No, that kid will never be able to take it. But I'm saying that...
I think he wants to live in place, is what I'm afraid of.
At the guy's house?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. He's not going to let him do that.
Well, I know he's not going to, but
Maybe
Then
you
it
can hook up
doesn't matter.
electricity to it. See, that's the other thing. Is where are you going to park it? You need to plug in.
strange.
You need plumbing. You know.
Yeah, he's pretty strange. He's tinfoil hat strange.
Kind of sounds like the place he's living in. Gil was saying, yeah, I was laying down there and there's a mouse running across there. I said, and Gil said, well, what about that mouse? Yeah, he says, there's only like one of them. He says, I just see another one come over.
I mean, I think that people might not understand.
I don't think they do. They think it's free and they're going to go get it.
Yeah, but they're going to drive away.
Yeah, I don't think they know what they're getting into with those. That they're. I've had them towed and I've never spent less than $500 on motorhome towing.
So I called up the owner of the place where Gil, no.
Oh, yeah.
The owner of that place.
Yeah.
And he said he hadn't even told his wife, and I just don't want, and I just
Who's
asked him. He was out there on a vacation where Tom was living. They were vacationing in Florida, and he asked Gil to come over there, and apparently the guy's wife had got into it with Gil. I'm sure it's not with Gil, with Tom. But I'm sure it was not because he only had Gil there one night. Right?
No, Tom was on real shaky ground.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
That guy sounded weird.
Yeah.
And he was supposed to get this big influx of money as settlement. Must not have happened. Tom.
Yeah, he had a motorcycle accident.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. Well, Gil was supposed to be getting that $2,100 a month.
That was a monthly.
Yeah. What's happened to that? I mean, they're both. Oh well.
You lost Gil, Clint.
They're both homeless. I know. We tried. Have any of you guys had any luck with any of the homeless people helping them?
Time to talk about ideal home loans. Because your next ideal home loan.
When they get into that group, they like being homeless.
They will write that loan best for you. In other words, if you want
Yeah, Mark went down to a homeless camp in Colorado Springs and gave her some candles and stuff to
they'll do it. It's a flexible term loan.
He said that was his only successful one. That's all she wants. She wants some candles and stuff to help keep the tent.
NMLS 13675.
You'd be surprised how much it can keep the tent.
Every hour, on the hour. It's Fox News Radio. Denver Stock Station, 630 KI.
There's a lot like that. You're right. I'll bet you that's a larger percentage. You're right.
Rocky's Autos, 63rd and Federal. A very big selection of used cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans. They also have inventory that moves pretty quickly, and they're always buying. They buy in bulk, they buy volume, they own each and every car, and that's really important. You know, that's not a small thing. They're all emission ready, and they, of course, guarantee that. And they also give you a Carfax with every car. Here's the bottom line. You get great deals, and you get great selection, and you get great financing with 40 lenders to choose from. If you have any questions, it's really easy. Shop around. Take notes. Shop apples for apples, oranges for oranges. You know what I mean. The same for same. Go to Rocky's and get your deal. They only ask that they be put on the list because they know they have to earn your business, and they will. Monday through Saturday, 9 to 8, 63rd and Federal, 303-426-4646. All right. We have a lot of problems. A lot of them. And we're trying to solve each and every one. We have some follow-ups, too, from Clint. Deputy Dan, I don't know if you have any follow-ups, or Daphne. And we have Golden Orchard Assisted Living with us. So what's going on with Gloria? Gloria, this sounds really crazy.
Yes. Am I on?
Yes, you are, and this sounds extraordinary. To sum it up, you were at a repair shop with your car, and what happened?
I left my car for them to fix the bumper, and they said they would order the bumper. So it was there for almost a week. And over the weekend of that week, they left it in the parking lot with the keys in it, not yet fixed.
Are they admitting that they left it with the keys in it?
Yes, they did. They have no surveillance cameras.
Well, then, hold on. Then they're responsible to you, in my opinion. Normally, garages are not responsible for crime. But I think you could argue that was negligence or it was stupid. Why would they do that?
I don't know why they did that. And they don't have surveillance cameras. They don't have the security guard. And they left my car in the parking lot, which is not fenced, with the cars inside. Somebody just drove off.
That's crazy. So are they trying to tell you they're not responsible?
No, they have given me to their insurance company.
Good. And what does their insurance company say?
They're just going to pay off for the car.
Well, it depends on what the car's worth. Maybe that's all it's worth. Now, you understand, Gloria, if you traded badly or bought badly, and let's say you had a really high loan, and let's say your car was worth less, you wouldn't even get it paid off. Do you understand that principle, right?
That's right.
Yeah. They only pay what the car is worth. So let's make sure you're getting a fair price for the car. What is the car? What kind? Tell me all about your car, Gloria.
The car is a Lexus GS300.
GS300. What year, hon?
2006.
2006. And a Lexus GS300 2006. How many miles on it?
About around 117, 115, somewhere thereabouts.
About 115,000 miles. What was it loaded?
With everything, with the most, with the best wheels and everything.
How long have you owned it?
For almost 2 years.
And what did you pay for it?
About 15,000. I want to say 15 to 16,000.
Is what you paid?
Yes.
And around 16. And what was your down payment back then?
I don't even remember that.
Okay, what did you owe on it?
Now I owe 9,900.
Okay, and they feel that you only deserve that.
Correct. And once they pay it off, whatever is left is what's going to be given to me.
Well, that's... Wait. So they're not just offering a payoff. They're offering an amount. Do they know what your payoff is?
Yes.
How much did they offer you?
Let me see here. I think it was like 10,000.
Okay, I see. So
that's about what Kelly Blue Book has it at for a very good,
very good condition.
Yeah. Yep.
Private party, very good.
Now, here's a problem that comes up all the time, Gloria, and I want to make this clear. You're not the only one. People want more for their lost, stolen, or damaged stuff because they usually paid more, so they feel it's worth more. But payment, price, and value are two separate things, completely. And we can't obviously say what that car's worth right now, but Dan is probably pretty close if he's looked at the Kelley Blue Book and he looked at the above average. This is for a good condition.
Good condition, right.
And it's how much exactly?
Well, private party is the biggest, and it goes from like 85 to 10.5.
But 10.5 is the absolute highest.
For a good condition, right. I didn't put excellent, I put good condition.
Yeah, and how much was the estimate on that bumper? It could be several $100s or $1,000.
What do you mean?
She could have had a $1,500 bumper.
Oh, what he is saying is true, because you would, in the condition it was in, it was damaged, but was it minor damage?
Yeah, it was minor. And
was it from a collision?
Yes.
Oh, so you know what? They're being fair with you, actually. They're being fair, Gloria.
Okay.
Now, you have to add sales tax. They have to pay you sales tax. That's a damage, and licensing fees.
Okay.
That's what they have.
Okay, that is for their insurance, and that is correct. I understand that.
Okay.
But for the business that took my car and did not see to it that there were no keys left in the vehicle.
Yes. What about it?
No.
All right, hold on, and we'll revisit. I don't know what you're getting to, but we'll come back and we'll talk about it because it's on your mind. Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center, they're offering special smart hearing aids that are smartphone compatible, and it's something that I think you should take advantage of. There's one distinct thing Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center does that I'm so thankful for. They do free or no-cost evaluation periods. They want to make sure the instrument is just right for you. These new hearing aids can help with both hearing loss and tinnitus. They have very specific tinnitus treatment as well that you can get just for tinnitus. They have all kinds of solutions. The important thing is that they're at the forefront of all the new technologies. Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center, the place I go for my hearing aids, and the tinnitus treatment called the Syncra, which I started, but I had to stop for some medical stuff. It had nothing to do with that, some surgeries, and I couldn't keep it going every day. But I'm going to get back on that Syncra, and of course I'll report to you. But it says that it can cure most tinnitus. 303-534-0163, 534-0163.
Lexus was a couple grand.
So, wait, she get insurance money for that?
Yeah, so she wants the shop punished.
How much time?
They're not going to get any more punished than paying for the car.
I know.
So what I'm saying is,
I know. That's what I'm going. That's what I'm getting at.
But if she's paying for that bumper, you're absolutely right. 10,000 is a great deal. If she's getting insurance money for it, she could get that plus the 10,000.
Yeah, that's a good point. I thought of that.
Depending upon,
But I think her point she's getting at, she wants them whooped. You know what I'm saying? There's no whooping. You know what I'm saying, right?
There's no whooping there.
No, they were responsible. I want them paddled. Let's spank them.
The way you spank them is
Financially.
just don't go there.
Yeah,
Just don't go there, man.
That's the word.
So Harold, we got some homeless people. You got some open spots. I'm kidding.
You know, we'll find the homeless people that actually have some incomes coming in. $2,000 repair has a special. And they're still homeless.
See, I think he got behind, but see, you got to look at that. Who's going to rent to him?
Does anybody remember what year the car was yesterday with the rod that was thrown into? It's like a 2009 Nissan or something.
It was a Nissan. I don't.
303.
Yeah, I've got it.
I got the Nissan part right. Norris actually is on line 12, and he said he might have a comment for it, but I don't think Tom can pick it up on that.
I have it downstairs, but I don't have it up here where it was.
Were you going to call Norris?
Which one's Norris?
Norris is SOS Inspections off of ours.
He's really good at calling.
He is. I thought I gave you Norris to call him on a car of some sort, but he's on 12. Tom can't take 12.
I don't know what one that would have been that I have.
I'm gonna have
Oh,
to talk.
a 2001 160,000 mile Nissan.
2,160.
Yeah. And you know what? I researched that last night. You know how that knock sensor,
Basically vibration.
K-N-O-C-K knock sensor?
Vibration.
Yeah, it could have been hearing the rod.
That knocks, and I asked them when I was over at Budget A1.
Yeah.
There's very few vehicles that have a NOx sensor. If they measure that when you go to emissions,
Yeah, when you do the emissions, yeah.
but they have oxygen sensors, but not.
So it's not the same, like,
Not.
like I was trying to figure out if it was or not.
Right.
Okay.
Because that's a. Yeah.
God, I had to learn, when I did my truck, I did a blower on it. And when you do a blower, you end up with manifold pressures that high. All of the sensors have to be different. The manifold pressure sensor, everything has to be different. You have to know how to reprogram all that. Right. And God, I learned way more than I wanted to.
So Tom, on Gloria, you could ask her, was that she getting that repaired by herself, her own money? Did she get insurance money for it? But you're right and stuff, you know, because she could just keep the insurance money plus the 10,000. But Clint thinks she wants the place paddle.
Well, she does.
So Clint will go paddle for a certain fee.
Yeah, we need to get one of those old.
Do you know these calls where they do those furnace checks?
Board of
They find problems to charge you money.
You went to Catholic school.
No. But I went to small high school, but we had industrial arts teachers that did that.
Oh, I had the Board of Education.
That made people bend down and grab their ankles.
So it had a little extra.
This was some guy had made a thing and he just took it and used it for that.
Furnace should be cleaned to be healthy.
Ours was the same guy, Mr. Floor, Woodshop.
You don't have him?
Find problems. Testament with absolutely no pressure whatsoever.
Lee,
to get it
Mr.
fixed.
Lee.
I don't know anyone who does this level
That
of
guy
service
too.
for
Can you
this
imagine
money.
them doing that nowadays?
720-526-3939.
I can tell you what they did in our high school when I was going to grade school.
This is normally
I was in Minnesota, so you went out at lunchtime to play in the snow and stuff. If you got wet, you know, from playing in the snow, this is like our first and fifth grade, they had the boys wear a diaper.
Why?
Because they had wet clothes.
Norris called in. He has a comment on that Nissan that threw the rod. He's on line 4.
But I don't remember it. You've got to help me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Nissan
Oh,
2001.
The knock, they had I
160,000.
went and played the knock center.
Yeah, I got it.
Blew a rod.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere in the universe. And a serious note is addiction. This show is one of full public service and saving money. And every commercial I do is part of the content. And I have helped so many addicts over the years. I have personally helped them when they've called me for help, and we've been texting each other. And that's why I was so happy to get the Raleigh House on board. The Raleigh House is a treatment addiction facility. They have a few locations in the Denver metro area. Bottom line is this: they have a hotline. It's not a crisis line. It's a line for information. Now, if you have a loved one who is an addict or someone in your family and you have questions like, how do I know? What do I say? How do I approach them? What is treatment? Where is treatment? How much does treatment cost? Who pays? Does insurance pay? Are there public funds available? Are there scholarships? What do I do? What's my first step? Oh, and everything in between. 720-893-5559. They will never hard sell you. That's not the purpose. This is a caring, loving staff to give you information. And I say this every day. Addiction will not get better on its own. It just doesn't miraculously get better. You have to take some steps and get some help. 720-893-5559. For help, the Raleigh House, 720-893-5559. If you've called there, give me feedback. I always want feedback on everything I do here, okay? Thank you. Norris is with SOS Inspections, and he wants to weigh in on a problem we had yesterday. Stay tuned for that, because but I need to get to Gloria and finish up there. And Gloria very quickly, you said your car, Lexus GS300, 2,600, 15,000 miles loaded, was at a shop. The shop left the keys in it. It was stolen. The insurance company is paying you a very fair price, $10,500, which I think is very, or excuse me, $10,000. It's a very fair price. I need to ask a very quick question. Did you put a claim into your insurance for this damage?
No.
Okay. How much was the damage going to cost to fix?
I don't know because it was the other person's fault. The insurance was paying.
Okay. Was it, you have no idea what it was going to cost?
No.
Okay. High retail is $10,500, or not high, but near high for above average. And what I'm saying to you is this, is that with the damage and this theft, I believe you're being treated fairly. But you had one other concern, and what was it?
The owner of the shop needs to be to reimburse me personally. This is not.
All right, but what do you want? What are you saying? You're getting paid, so what do you want?
I need the owner of the company to compensate me, not his insurance company, but himself for negligence.
Well, that's what this is. They are compensating you. There is no further. You only get compensated what you lost. If you're talking about punitive damages, there are no punitive damages unless someone is egregious in ignoring you and causing you a lot of emotional distress, and you have to go through a long battle. Sometimes the courts award punitive damages, but you're not going to get damages just because you were put out. It's just not going to happen. Now, if you want to discuss that, tell me specifically what you're talking about. Let me know. I'm Tom Martino for Ideal.
We discuss that after Norris, but I'm taking Norris next, first out of the gate. Tell Norris that. So tell both, Gloria, and then tell Norris.
She's probably got a check coming from that other insurance company.
Listen, he doesn't,
They might pay it directly.
Well, they're just paying directly, but here's the deal, okay? They still have to pay her for the damage. But punitive, I understand punitive, and there are punitive damages, like when Big Tobacco, you know, starts fighting you and denying and covering up memos. But we're not talking about here.
Yeah, he's already going to pay for turning that into an insurance company. He's going to pay high insurance.
She wants him paddle.
I think Clinton should go paddle.
We'll take a film of
That's who we should. Hey, just get down there. It'll be good for the show.
Yeah.
Gloria, this is for you. Here's another one.
I get her point, but it's.
I don't even get her point.
Well,
that's like saying it's
no. He got out of it because she thinks his insurance. She got out of it by his insurance paying, but he got out of it. Well, hell, he paid his premiums. I mean that, you know.
And he'll pay higher premiums too now. So.
I wonder how much she has coming from that other insurance company. I wonder if she knows that.
Or will they pay directly? If she can make a deal that she, you know, hey, just pay me whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it happened. She's owed the money.
Well, here's another thing is they might find the car.
Yeah, that would be
when
bad.
was this thing stolen?
Yeah.
You know, that's the worst thing.
Do you have Google Home or who's the other one? Amazon's. What's her name? Amazon, the Home Assistant. Hello, Google, and then we have one at the other house called Hey Alexa. Alexa.
Oh, Alexa.
Yeah, we have Alexa.
You don't use any of them?
Because they listen to you, Tom. They listen to everything you say.
Okay, I'm going to tell you something. This is the God's honest truth. Was it you? I'm on the computer, and I said, I'm showing the airplanes I'm interested in. And I said, this one, this is what I did. I did not click on any. I said, look at this one. It comes with 2 Bose headsets. I said, do you know what they cost? They're pretty expensive, about $1,000 each. I swear to God that 3 or 4 minutes later, Bose ads came up for headsets. I did not type. I did not click. Now, that goddamn thing has to be listening to me.
Yes.
It has to.
I bet you there's certain words. So Bose probably pays a advertising fee for that. So when they hear Bose, boom.
Listen, it happened with more than Bose. And then I started doing it for the hell of it, and this shit has come up on there. Now I'm thinking, who was with me? And I said, look at what just happened. And he went,
up over 200.
We were just talking. Who was it? It wasn't
what me, but Alexa.
I remember you said that once before on something
Oh,
else.
it was John Fuller. He couldn't believe it. He said, that shit's scary.
I used the F word in front of Alexa, and it sent porn to my wife's computer.
Oh, shit.
No, I'm telling you, it did. It said something through.
I just don't want, if I'm so lazy I can't go and type on the computer or something, I feel like I don't need it.
Well, it sits in our kitchen, and I
know. People get used to it.
Well, I stepped on a dog bone, and it cooked squirrel, so I said the F word, and Alexa also goes back to our computer and puts F this and F that, and it took us to a porn. By the way, the porn site was whitehouse.com. You know, like you think White House for the White House? Whitehouse.com is a porn site.
Hey, let's go explore
If you want to go to the real White House, If you want to go to the real White House, it's whitehouse.gov, I guess.
To learn more about the
Oh, God, my wife was mad because then that puts that malware in.
Right. But here for Alexa, it's always got to be listening because it's listening for Alexa. So I'll bet you they're making Bose puts it okay, boom, you know, so they get a click or like
all be doing that. Of course, I heard some.
I don't know why they would do a curse
word. Did you hear that
and
story about Kaspersky? That antivirus? In 2012, Kaspersky, which is the most common antivirus used on computers in this country, it's a Russian company. It was bought out by another company, and they did not know who it was until last year. A hacker discovered it's the KGB that owns Kaspersky, and that they know because Kaspersky was using Hillary's computers that the Russians probably were looking all over.
Who would buy a Russian antivirus?
Everybody did. We have Kaspersky is the most common antivirus.
Really?
Yeah, on the market. I didn't know when I heard the Kaspersky. I never realized it was Russian. Nobody knew that.
Look, are you sure that's the most common?
I would have thought it was a few years ago. And that, do you know who Kim Commando is? Yep. She was the one that broke that story about a hacker finding out that the KGB bought Kaspersky or owned it. Now, that sounds like a little bit too much like a conspiracy, but I kind of believe her.
Oh, there's Kaspersky. Top 10 best. See, McAfee, McAfee,
yeah.
I thought McAfee and Norton were the two.
Weren't they at the top of the list?
No.
Oh, they're not. They're now always. A few years ago, they're way at the bottom. Yeah. Well, it says 80%.
I don't know.
Is that a rate? Oh, that's a
Best.
score.
This is rated best.
Oh, that's a score. That's okay.
I don't know how we do it. What's this here mean?
Well, back in 2012 when apparently went down.
I thought McAfee was one of the best.
Ladies, Valentine's Day is coming up.
I know when you go into the store like Best Buy or wherever and you buy them, that was the most common thing on the came out. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're getting paid by
Yes, they were.
Trust me. Since I've been using
That's pretty
Ovation,
scary.
even my grades have been hair.
Because they said they have full access.
Ovation sells their.
But I do think that Alexa, I mean,
You know,
Tom,
the camera right there.
You should try that. In your Alexa, just go Bose headphones.
Longer and
And just say that in the kitchen and see if that comes up.
Does it? It might.
Which includes cell therapy.
It scared me.
Oh, I agree.
Because I said, now wait a minute. That's different. I didn't send a cookie. I did not click. I did not do anything like that.
My wife has a piece of tape over the cameras on it.
No, you know what? I knew people who did that too. No, I know people who do that. I call them nuts, but you know what? It's not so nuts. It isn't.
Where is it? Is it the camera like right up there?
Yeah, in the top dot, there's a camera there, and she started putting tape over that after her daughter had some incident that they think they have.
What's the stock market going to do next?
Well, it's, oh wait a minute, it's down. It was up 24, it's down 92.
Down 71.
You know, if you get panicked, that's the worst thing that can happen.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right.
And then people, if they
Then
get
you
panicked,
miss out of it
and they start covering it like this, then it becomes a thing when it's not a thing.
Then it's like a snowball effect.
Just like the failed banks.
1929.
Exactly.
I got a question about something.
It's like a run on the bank. And Christmas Story. Is it Christmas Story?
Hi, I'm Tom Martino. You are listening to The Troubleshooter. This hour brought to you by Ideal Home Loans for your next ideal home loan. It is the place to go if you want the interest rate guarantee. Okay, let's talk about Pro Auto Care too, because Al Aramis has been with me, 25 years? And we're going to start out with an auto problem. This is a consumer show. This is where we discuss problems, questions, and complaints. If you need help, you just call us and we help. We've recovered millions of dollars in cash, merchandise, exchanges, refunds, and services. For example, we keep track of value, not just the actual products. And it comes to a lot of money every year. We are live on Facebook, live on YouTube, live on the iHeartRadio app, live on KHOW Radio, of course, our flagship, and other stations as well. Here's what I want to do. I want to talk about Pro Auto Care because Al Aramis, as I said, he has all ASE certified techs, and the helpers are all in training to get ASE. He also has 2 locations conveniently located. What I love about it, that's near I-25 and Evans and near Bowles and Santa Fe. What I love about the shop is that they keep track of your car as if they're your nanny or your dad or your big brother. Remember those days? Get your oil changed, get your car cleaned. They take care of that for you. They remind you of what's needed based on your VIN number and your manufacturer's recommendations and their own recommendations. You get gentle texts or emails. It's great. Pro Auto Care, 303-PRO-AUTO, 303-PRO-AUTO. They also do fleet service, 303proauto.com. Norris is on my referral list. He does SOS inspections. He has a comment on a problem. It was a mystery. Let's bring him up. Here's the mystery, okay? A woman calls in with a Nissan, and she has an older Nissan, and, well, it's not that old. What year was that, Dan?
2001.
2001. How many miles were on it, Dan?
160,000.
2001 with 160,000 miles. She says that her engine light's on, and she takes it to a shop, and the shop says, you need a knock sensor. That as in knock, knock, who's there? And that is a listening device. It is a sensor that adjusts timing a bit to get rid of pre-ignition, for those who care. And so what happened was she had it done, and then she said her car ran rough for the hours following, until finally it ran so rough that it blew a rod. So she blamed the shop. We talked to people who said, nah, we don't think the shop could have done that unless they were extremely negligent. We can't see what they would have done. Maybe the car was going anyway, the rod was going, and that's why she was getting the knock, and the knock sensor did not have anything to do with the premature failure. So that's where we left it. And then Norris calls in today and says, hey, I got a comment. What is it, Norris?
My comment is twofold. Number one, the car's a Nissan, and on the Nissan V6s, the knock sensor fault code is so common that almost every Nissan V6 ever made had a knock sensor fault code.
Really?
And oh yeah, it's very, very common. And unlike other cars, on a Nissan, the knock adjustment system is really pretty much irrelevant. It doesn't really do much. Replacing the sensor doesn't help anything, and having a knock sensor fault code is not going to harm the engine.
Okay, all right. So when you say it's not needed, what if your sensor really did go out? You're saying you don't need.
Yeah, the sensors do fail on those cars, but replacing them doesn't improve the ignition system. It doesn't improve the timing.
But hold on. So don't they adjust timing?
They do, but it relies very little on that knock sensor.
What is it? Oh,
it's down in the valley of the V, and when you take it apart to do that, you've got loose parts all over the top of the engine, and it's very possible and easy. It's actually very easy to drop a screw or a nut down in the intake track and then have it damage a cylinder. And I'm willing to bet.
Well, they said a rod. It was a rod?
Right. It'll sound like a rod, because if there's a nut or a screw in the combustion chamber, it'll knock.
How would we prove that, though? Now, I don't know if they tore it down yet or not.
It would be easy to prove. All you have to do is pull a spark plug out of the cylinder that has the rod problem and stick a camera in there, like a borescope camera like I have, and you could easily see if there's a piece.
Do we have her number, Daphne?
I don't. Dan, do you?
No, I don't. Remember, she had hung up. She hung up when we started calling around.
Okay, if she's listening, we have some more intelligence here, some intel from SOS Inspections. Anything else, Norris, on that?
That's it.
Man, as always, thank you, but I have another question. Why the hell did you wait a day?
I was busy yesterday.
Okay.
And I didn't catch the whole call, and I didn't want to call in.
By the way,
Johnny come lately, so.
If you ever text me during the show that you have a comment, we'll reach out to you, though, and I'll make note of it. You can just, because you have my cell, just text me. And if not, Daphne, give it to him. So thank you, Norris, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We are here also with our guest today, Farrell Johnston from, she's an owner. She and her husband started Golden Orchard Assisted Living. They have 10 vacancies right now. They have 6 in Centennial, is it? Centennial area, and then the other in Wheat Ridge. This is a, I don't know how to put this. This is a wonderful facility. They have such a great staff and beautiful homes. These homes they build specifically for its purpose. You get your private room or a semi-private room, depending on you. If you want a roommate, you can have one. And then they also have an option where you can bring in some of your furniture, all of your furniture for that room. I mean, sometimes they allow pets, depending on the situation. And it's just a good atmosphere. It's a good atmosphere. And we had some people email us questions about vacancies. And I have another question coming right up, but I wanted to get to a few people who have been waiting a while, like Mike. Mike, go ahead, Mike.
Hey Tom, thanks for taking my call.
Yes,
hey,
sir.
I got Verizon for cell phone service.
Yes, sir.
And the question I got, we got the insurance. We got a family plan, so we got like 4 phones, and I got a thing in the mail that our insurance thing's going up. Is it? I know I heard in the past that you guys have like a better cell phone, like a insurance plan.
Yes. Now I don't know about it personally, but I've shopped them, and I know that the carriers have the most expensive plans. So I would not get one through Verizon. How are you finding Verizon service in general?
I live here in Colorado Springs. It's pretty good.
Good. Okay. Verizon did not work out for me, and I switched to AT&T. Now, I will say that Verizon has excellent service, and so does AT&T. But for me, for some reason, I had more drop calls and poor reception in the areas I frequent. Other people say just the opposite. I think when the more crowded, and not I think, it's true, the more crowded a network gets, the more possibilities you have of dropped calls and poor reception because of all the people hitting the tower. But Mike, how much are you paying a month right now for? What is it going up to? I mean,
it's going up. It was $33 a month. Now it's going up to $39.
Wait a minute, $39 a month?
A month.
Wait. For your service or for your?
No, for this insurance, for the the insurance for the cell phone.
No. Double no. What are you talking about? What do you get for $39? Did they come and wipe your butt? What are you getting for that?
You get if you lose your phone, they damage it. If you have damages or whatever.
Hold on. Is there a deductible?
Yeah, I'm sure there is.
What a slap in the face!
Well, that's right here. Wireless phone protection, $22.50. Extended warranty, $5.50, and then Verizon Tech Coach is $10.95.
No. Cancel all of it. How many phones?
4. We got 4. Yeah.
Under that plan. Well, that's a little different.
With that plan, yeah.
Well, that's different. So thank you for asking that. So that's 4 phones, and the whole thing is how much?
$39 a month.
$39. So okay, so $30. Okay, divided by 4 it is not as terrible as I thought. $7.50. Yeah. But I'm paying like $4.99 out of.
Yeah.
So you got to shop around. It's not as bad as I thought when you said times 4. I mean divided by 4.
Yeah, we got 4. Yeah, we got the family plan.
But you listen. You definitely can do a better price than that. Now I don't know what this extended warranty is. That's stupid. How many times have people had a phone they needed repaired? It either gets broken or there's no repair. I mean, and what's that? And what's this Tech Coach? Why the hell are you paying for a Tech Coach? They saw you coming, is what they did, Mike. Come on.
Well, yeah, I just reading what they on this paper.
Mike, I'm serious when I tell you this. I would cut that out in a heartbeat and just go for basic insurance. That's all I can say. No, I don't have a specific name, but that's what I would do. 303-713-TALK. 713-8255. I'm going to go back to Shane in a minute on the Rocky Flats, because that is a situation that I did not understand, and he got disconnected. So thank you for calling back, Shane. Budget A1 Transmission and Auto Repair will do your repair for a guaranteed $89 flat fee plus parts, and that's if you have something they can fix for $89, which is about 85% of the time. If it's something that's complicated that they can't fix, they're going to tell you why. So they're not just doing this to get you in the door. Truly, if there is something they can't fix, they will give you a detailed written estimate and a diagnostic. So you're getting something for nothing because it's a free call if they can't fix it for $89. And believe me, they want to try to get your business. Now, if you go there, $89, you pay for parts, any problem, or a free diagnostic, you can't go wrong. 303-781-9858. Even if you want to have it done and the parts are too expensive, you can back out. There is no risk to you. 303-781-9858. Budget A1 Transmission Auto Repair. It's located on Santa Fe, just south of Dartmouth.
This report is brought to you by Indeed.com.
It appears that earlier the bank or the depositors.
The deposits are up to a certain amount. 250. So each individual person has insurance up to 250,000. Okay. No, it's not each person. It's each account. A person can have multiple different accounts. They have to be titled differently. Okay. But it can be the same person.
Okay, because I had somebody yesterday tell me it was the bank that was insured, not the individual. I said, then why would?
Well, it is the bank. It is the bank, but it's for each depositor. I know, but it really doesn't make any difference, right?
Because it's when would that insurance ever come?
The bank is FDIC insured. Well, I had it come into effect.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, with New Frontier Bank, it failed.
The bank? Oh.
And I lost a lot of money in one account.
Oh, because you had more than that amount in that account. Could you split accounts that would have saved you? Okay.
I don't even know what people do when they have billions of dollars. Honest to God, I don't. I don't know what they do.
Ladies,
Bury it.
They don't care.
No, they got Bill. They care more than we do. The drug dealers.
But why not one day? Why not look good all year round? Angie, the producer here.
Did you see that movie with Tom Cruise, American Way, American Made?
Since I've been using Ovation,
I loved it. I loved that movie.
John Fuller just called. He said that client that you referred, he said that he was thinking of a different client. He cannot speak to her because she has already hired Frank Azar. She's trying to get rid of Frank Azar, but there's a...
Yeah, I know that was a problem.
Okay, so he wanted me to make sure you understood.
Yeah. Who was that? Which one? A lady that was having trouble with that little $1,800. She had a title problem. There was a Z instead of a 7 on her title, and State Farm wouldn't take care of the total loss on her car. I got that solved. When I'm talking to her, I found out 3 weeks after the accident, she's still laying on the couch badly hurt. I'm going, do you have an attorney? And she said, yeah, I got Frank Azar, but she called him once, and they've never called her back. They will not call her,
Well, he's going to do just a settle for that.
Yeah, and I said, well, you need a better attorney, so I gave her John's number. But now I don't know how she fires the first guy.
I don't know either.
They won't even answer the phone. I guess you do it right. Maybe I ought to better call her and just tell her to do something about the written.
He's a settlement attorney.
Yeah.
So he can call, they settle, great, he gets his money, but he doesn't want to go to litigation.
No, she's genuinely hurt. I know, that's what I was feeling bad about. Of course, State Farm's being an idiot, fighting somebody over $200 to salvage what that car salvage for when they're hurt, when they got a VI claim. Yeah, they don't go by that. I know, but it's dumb. What do you want to make an enemy out of somebody if you have to settle a VI claim with?
Worried about losing the tax deduction of your mortgage interest? Now, more than ever, it's important to stop paying more interest than you should. Take AIM, affordable interest mortgage. If you have a second mortgage, the rates are going to continue to go up and up and up.
You know what you said about having a phone fixed? One of my granddaughters sent her phone in to have a screen done and didn't get back for like 2 months. She'd have been better off if she just said it was lost. She would have gotten one that day. So you're right about that.
It's only your money. Take AIM. Paying mortgage insurance is like adding
all the young girls put the phone in their back pocket But you'll always know he's sticking halfway out, because the pockets aren't very deep on his jeans. And so when he goes to the bathroom, he falls in the toilet. It's just an ongoing problem.
That's 720-895-0500. Take aim and take control of your money. NMLS 298191, regulated by DORA, equal credit lender.
I'm Tom Martino. If you're buying or selling any real estate, Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, for the ultimate in service, the ultimate in knowledge, experience, and also negotiating ability. He's helped me with so many real estate deals. He's helped my friends and my neighbors, Mark and Suzanne. You can't do better if you're buying or selling. One of these testimonies I got talked about how they cleaned the house, staged the house, got the house all ready, and then the guy decided not to sell. And there was nothing ventured, nothing gained, nothing hurt. Frank just wished him the best, walked away until they were ready again, and then he came and helped them all over again. That's the kind of guy he is. He'll never hold you to a long-term deal. He asked for a one-day listing agreement, and if you love him after that, he'll earn your money every day. 303-920-1622, Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Shane, sorry that we dropped you before. You dropped somehow. So, Shane, let's get right down to the situation. You said that your, let me get the notes here, that your mom-in-law, Donna, her name, she died. Your wife Natalie buried her, and you guys now, you say you can't talk to, no one will talk to you at Rocky Flats. And here's what I'm confused about. You say she worked at Rocky Flats, her medical condition was tied to her career. Did she ever take Rocky Flats to court? Did she ever get a settlement?
So yeah, we did get there is a settlement, but that's where it got weird, and that's kind of why I was calling.
Okay, so let's just talk about, did she get the settlement while she was alive? Did she get, was it a lump sum or a monthly payment?
She passed away the day before. She got the paperwork, and she was supposed to go sign it on the following day, but she passed away. So
okay.
She did
so your question is it payable to her estate at this point?
Correct.
Well, you need an attorney to tell you that. Do you have a copy of the paperwork? I hope she kept copies of this.
Sir.
Okay.
And then there was the life insurance policy, but Donna wasn't all there. Like the Rocky Flats and the COPD, she didn't think properly. So
okay, this life insurance is separate from Rocky Flats. What kind of a policy? Did she buy this policy on her own?
No, it was through Rocky Flats.
It was through her job?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this was a whole life of policy. Was she still working? Tell me the situation.
She was still working up till a few years ago, but the policy was good when the retirement happened.
Okay.
With the retirement package, they offered her $30,000 life insurance.
All right. So what about that? Do you have a copy of that insurance policy?
We do, and that was supposed to go to Natalie's sister, which we're totally fine with because she needs the help.
Well, did it pay out?
No, Donna left it to somebody that nobody knows about. Nobody, not in the family.
Wait a minute. Donna, did it pay out? I asked. I didn't ask who it paid.
No, it did not pay out. Sorry.
But the beneficiary is someone you don't know.
Yes, sir.
How do you think that happened, Shane?
We don't. Natalie doesn't know. Her sister doesn't know.
They never heard. Is this a man or a woman?
It is a man.
Is it a man that was friends with her, lovers, romance, what?
Might have been a boyfriend, but that's as far as.
When was the change made? Do you know?
He was put on the policy when she was offered at the time of retirement.
But when is that?
I believe that was in 2007.
Okay, so he's been on there for a while.
Yes, sir.
You know you're not going to get that changed because if she did that, I mean, you're screwed.
Okay, that's one question I had.
I mean, now hold on. This is assuming she did it right, she did it legally, and it's still there. I mean, don't take my word as gospel. What I'm saying is, if she left her life insurance policy to someone, you don't just get that switched, okay? That's unless you could prove, and you can't, people say they can, prove undue influence, fraud, something like that. And believe me when I tell you, it's a lot to prove that. If it's just on the surface that did she change the policy, or is that when it happened? Is that when the policy took effect?
That's when the policy took effect.
So he was on there from the beginning?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And no one knows who this guy is. Has he come forward?
No, we looked him up, and
gosh,
the one we found out is he's passed away.
Okay, then his estate gets it. Or she might have a secondary beneficiary in the policy. What is it? Does she have a secondary beneficiary?
The paperwork we got only had his name on it.
Oh, we need David Salisbury. And we may, if David's not around, he had to cancel today. So if he's not around, we'll try to get him on tomorrow for this guy, for Shane. Now, Shane,
okay.
Another question. The form that she filled out, did she send it in for the Rocky Flats settlement?
Not for the life insurance, for the settlement.
Yeah, for the settlement.
So yes, there was somebody that supposedly that represents Rocky Flats was helping her, and he was only supposed to get 2%, but he lied to her, and we looked in the paperwork.
Oh God!
And he was actually supposed to get 12%, but I talked to him personally because Natalie can't handle this right now.
And what happened? What happened?
He said that he's done with it. He's washing his hands. There's nothing that anybody can do about it.
Well, what is he saying? That she's not going to get paid?
He's saying that there's no way that anybody can claim that, but
well, hold on.
If somebody else that collected it, that it could be paid to the daughters.
Well, of course it could, if it was processed. If she did not process it, it's over. I mean, did she get it processed?
So the way Rocky Flats works is when you process it, you get these medical cards, which in saying is, yes, we understand that you have a medical condition, and she did receive one of these cards, so that's
right.
What I thought.
But then she gets payment.
The ball was rolling, and then she didn't finish the...
All right, who's the guy that washed his hands of this? I have a feeling he may be collecting it and not paying.
That's what I thought.
All right, now, what is his... What is his... Is he an attorney?
A paralegal, I think, or a paperwork filer.
Okay, how did he find your mother-in-law?
She called him through people that knew about this service that he does.
What is this processor's name?
I cannot think of the name of his company. All right,
do me a favor.
Yesterday, I forgot it.
Shane.
Yes, sir.
Do you have it written down somewhere?
At home, yeah. I have all the paperwork at home.
Okay, here's what I want you to do. I want you to leave your name and number with Daphne.
Okay.
I want Deputy Clint to call you back, and we need this processor's name and company and phone number. And then I want every piece of paperwork you have on the settlement.
Okay.
If this guy helped her fill out stuff where it says he gets 12%, I want every piece of that. I'm wondering if this clown is going ahead and processing it, but not paying her.
That's what I was kind of asking you. And
well, we're going to find out, okay?
And the other thing is, she has a sister that is a very bad addict. She's just a horrible person. She showed up to her mom's funeral drunk.
And she's going to get the 30 grand?
She knows she can't get the 30 grand because it wasn't left to her. But I mean, we would.
Boy, I thought you said. Wait, something was left to her. You said what was left to her?
There was nothing left.
Oh, no, you said it was supposed. You said at one time it was supposed to go to her.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And we're fine with that. Me and my wife work. We don't need money. We.
Yeah, but listen, if hold on, if she has money coming from Rocky Flats, it should benefit the family.
Yeah, it should, yes.
Okay, so you hold on for Daphne. Daphne, get his name. You know what we're looking for, right? We're looking for any rights the estate may have to this payment, but especially we're looking to see that this processor did not scam them and is not, looking for payment of his own. All right, I knew I'd get this question about Golden Orchard Assisted Living. What are the rates roughly, or is this change? You have flat rates. This one emailer loves the idea that you have a flat rate for everything. And how do you price the homes?
The share at the Orchard, the shared room is $4,200 a month, and that includes everything. And the private room is $52.
That's wonderful.
And then at Wheat Ridge, it's less. At Wheat Ridge, it's $32.50 for the shared, and $39.50 for the private.
And that's for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Care around the clock.
Yeah.
And meals and snacks.
Mm-hmm.
And utilities and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
there's only one thing that we ever charge more for, and if they're totally incontinent, and then we provide the depends, and it is another $300 charge. But if they're totally, you know, if they have accidents, we don't worry about it. But if it's
they're total
all the time.
And and you have activities and all of that, don't you? Okay, here's the number. This is important if you have a loved one who is aging. Now, what about, don't you specialize in memory care or different kinds of things?
Yes, we have memory care, Alzheimer's, and we kind of have a mixed population.
Do you realize that this is so rare to have these vacancies in such a fine facility for this price? GoldenOrchard.com. Oh, wow.
And pets is really rare, too.
What a wonderful place. 303-795-0784. 303-795-0784. We have more coming right up.
From the Fox Business Network on Wall Street, the word is volatility.
Evenly among heirs. Who knows? I don't see how it could possibly be written that way. But if it was written clearly enough where ownership is not, you don't have to change ownership, it's just distributed, then it's distributed. So that's really what it is.
There's a bunch of Rocky Flat settlements. There's one to landowners around there. There's one to water, people on wells, possible contamination of wells, and there's one to workers.
What is it exactly that what was this settlement? Was it a lawsuit?
Well, 19 pounds of plutonium were found in their ductwork of Rocky Flats. 19 pounds of, they made nuclear triggers. And so if it was in the ductwork, they know it was released into the atmosphere. So everything downwind of Rocky Flats glows in the dark. I remember when I heard that, I thought they don't mean pounds, they must mean ounces of plutonium.
Did anyone write down Shira's phone number?
Shira.
She was the one whose car was stolen. Shira.
She has the judgment.
And she wants punitive damages.
Right, but we had a gal call that has a car that she would sell her. I don't know. I said, I'll
Same
take it
kind?
to anybody. Same kind.
Oh, that would be good.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
And
know
I
she
have
was
to
in
say,
the
I
car.
have been in Golden Orchard, and it feels like home. Thank you. It does. It feels like home.
Which one, the Centennial or Woodbridge?
The Centennial. Yeah.
No, Shira's the one that was, she was awarded the restitution, and they
Yes.
put that, okay.
Yeah. She's like, I don't have a car.
Oh, she said she didn't have a car? I
Just
didn't know
me.
that. Oh. No.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Oh, yeah. I hope you never need the services of Wink and Wink.
If you're in financial trouble, a death in the family, unemployment, divorce, whatever, and you need to restructure, you can do a Chapter 13 or liquidation at Chapter 7. They can walk you through the process. It's a fresh start, really. It really is. But I hope you don't need it. I hope you are sensible about credit cards and things. Not everyone does a bankruptcy because they're foolish. Sometimes it is an unforeseen circumstance. WinkandWink.com, 303-410-1720. Really good people, Mike and Gigi Wink, 303-410-1720. Okay, so let's go right to the phones, and I'm going to take you in the order you've been holding because I want to get to you all. Let's take Sarah right now. Sarah, what's going on with you, Sarah? Welcome.
Hold on 1 second. Here she is.
Okay, Sarah, what's going on?
Hello.
Hi, Sarah, what's happening?
Hi, we bought a brand new Mazda 6 from Spradley Bar Mazda in 2016.
Okay.
And we went to trade it in because it's no longer meeting our needs, and we learned that the car had been wrecked in April of 2016, but did not show up on Carfax until August of 2016.
Was it a total wreck or an accident?
No, it had been in an accident where it had been rear-ended.
Was it, I think this is a bit of misrepresentation from the dealer.
It is, and our problem
I mean,
is
well, hold on now, hold on.
known-
Technically, though, I'm not sure it has to be disclosed. There are certain things, substantial damage and water damage, there are certain things that have to be disclosed. How substantial was the damage? Do you know?
It was substantial enough that it hit Carfax.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean it's substantial. How much money?
How much money did it take? We're getting less for our trade-in because it had been wrecked.
Okay, Sarah, I understand that. I'm with you. What I mean is, what was the original claim? For example, if it was a fender bender, it'll still show up on Carfax. You'll still get less money, but the dealer is not required to mention it. If it's a major collision or a major damage, the dealer has to tell you. So it's really weird is what I'm saying. I need to know, do you know from the Carfax about how bad the original damage was?
We do not.
Okay.
We do not. We were not told anything about it being damaged when we purchased.
Did you call back Spradley and tell them that?
Yes, we did. We told them that we are in the process of trading in the vehicle, and they want us to buy another vehicle.
Yeah, so they can screw you again. But here's what I want to know. How much less, if you can actually quantify the loss, there's a strategy I would use. How much less are you getting as far as wholesale on this?
About $2,000, $2,000 to $3,000, depending.
That's
on...
good. That's good in that it's under $7,500. I would take these jerks to court. And now listen, we have a little problem in that they're not violating the law if it's minor damage. I'm not even sure the cutoff. We need to ask someone so I don't keep going back and forth. Who do we ask, though? I don't know if Norris knows. He may not. I don't want people's opinions. So if our experts don't know, just have them kindly pass. I need to know. Maybe we can call Purifoy Chevrolet, Rolly, or somebody up there, maybe Joni or someone. What needs to be disclosed as far as damage? If it's rear-ended, was this rear-ended on the lot?
I don't know. This is the first that we were told.
No, I understand that. So you don't know much at all about it. What I'm saying is, obviously, how many miles were on it when you got it? Do you remember?
40.
Okay, so it definitely wasn't titled to someone and on the road. It was something that happened at the dealership. If it
The dealership claims that it had been rear-ended in a test drive.
Okay, now, if it was minor, that you're going to have a weak case. Even if you lost $3,000, because dealers will use this as an excuse, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they had to tell you about it. As long as you understand that, we will fight for you, but you need to know that if it turns out that it was just a little bumper, that this dealer had no obligation to tell you. I believe it says substantial damage or water damage, but I'm not even positive because this hasn't come up in a while. We're going to try to get an answer for you, but better than that, even if you don't like our answer, let's say the dealer says, oh, it was so minor it doesn't matter, or we can get someone to look at it, and they say it's so minor it doesn't matter. If you can prove that you're losing $3,000 on every trade, you could take Spradley to small claims court. You don't have to go to county court. You don't have to spend more than, I think it's $50. You literally take them to court. And trust me, Mark Major has made me a believer in small claims. He has taken major corporations to court and brought them to their knees literally for money that they said they would never give them. If you take them to court for $3 or $4 grand, saying that's your average loss, and you demand that you be paid because I heard you say if you had known about this, you wouldn't have bought it. I think a judge would award you a judgment, even if they technically did not have to disclose it. But I want you to know either way. For example, if you go to court, I don't want you to say, by law, they should have told me, because if they get you on a technicality, they're going to get off. I want you to go based on loss value, and you didn't know, and you would have never purchased it. And I can't believe these jerks at Spradley Bar did not offer to just pay you, but they said, come buy from us. Now, by the way,
what they want us to do is they wanted us to take the car in and have them appraise it, and we weren't willing to do that.
But there's nothing wrong with that, Sarah. There's nothing wrong with that. Why wouldn't you? What would they do wrong? I mean, let them appraise it and see what they think, because if they're willing to appraise it and give you a higher price, this is another fallacy people have. The price you get when you trade is what a wholesaler will pay for that car. It's not a dime more. And if they tell you they're giving you more, they're not. And here's why. Because they will adjust the price of the new car accordingly. And therefore, they lie to you and say they're giving you more for that car when really they just raised the price of the new car. And the way you know they're telling the truth, this is what I would do. I would let them appraise the car. And if they give you a price that is higher than the others, I would simply ask them to write you a check. And if you get the price you want, just take that check and go buy another car. That's what I would do. That's the way you know they're telling you the truth or not. And if they won't write you a check and they say, well, you got to buy another car, then you know they're full of crap. Hold on a second. I want to talk to Norris. Okay, sure. Norris is with SOS Inspections. Norris, do you know what the statute addresses as far as disclosed damage from a dealer, what they have to disclose?
Yeah, from what I've read, it's not really a statute yet. It's just a House bill. And it requires dealers to disclose material damage.
Right.
That came in 2016, but they aren't really specific about what material damages.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
I take it to mean substantial material damages, like a crumple zone,
right,
or something like that,
or
that
a frame,
would indicate the safety of a problem,
or a frame.
However, if there's a value difference between an undisclosed damage on a brand new car, then you could definitely argue
that's what I'm saying.
Value.
That's what I'm saying. Whether or not they were supposed, I would say it's bad business practice no matter what. Thank you, Norris. Norris SOS Inspections. That's where you get your pre-buy inspections done, folks. 720-940-4752. So, Sarah, you know what? I wouldn't bother trying to use the law. I would use the common sense and the loss of value.
Okay.
And the way you do it,
if we have already picked out a vehicle, what should our next steps be at this point? Because we're waiting to sign the deal on a new vehicle.
Well, if you do that, it's going to be very difficult. Now, the vehicle that you picked out, does Spradley Bar sell it?
Yes.
Okay. If you can get this is the only way to evaluate it. Now, the deal that you're getting, you are taking a $3,000 loss?
Yes, at least a three. Yes,
okay.
Yes.
Here's what I want to know. What is the difference that you have to pay to get out the door. I don't want to know, listen, I don't want to know financing or anything. I want to know all in what you're paying in your loan and down payment, every penny you're paying as difference between the trade and the new car. What is it costing you?
$2,500.
Okay, so if you take this car and $2,500, you get to drive away that other car?
Yes.
Doesn't make sense, because what you're telling me is they should be paying you $500 to take that new car had it not been in an
No, they should. No, we are going to have to pay the dealer $2,500 in difference.
I understand, but what you're telling me, Sarah, is if your car had never been in a collision, they would have had to pay you $500 for you to get the new car, because your car would have been worth more than the new one you're buying.
No, we're buying a car that is more expensive than the one we have
I understand that, Sarah. Listen to me very carefully. I really mean this, okay? You're telling me you have to pay $2,500 to drive away in a new car. And then you also told me you're losing at least $3,000. The reason your math doesn't make sense is if that car you're trading in did not have an accident, theoretically, you have been able to trade that car to the dealer and drive away with a new car, and they would have had to pay you money. That's what you're telling me. So I don't see how you can be losing $3,000 by only paying $2,500 difference. I don't see it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Pretend your car was not in an accident. How much would you have to pay the dealer to get that new car?
If our car was not in an accident, the dealer would have given us $21,000 for the car.
And how much are they giving you now?
$17,500.
Okay, so do the math. How much, if you were not in an accident, you would have gotten a new car free? I mean, not free, but for an even trade, or they would have written you a check, right?
The new car that we are purchasing is $28,000.
Okay. Your math does not make sense at all, and that's why you're going to lose. Hold on, I got to take this break. Just hold on.
This report is brought to you by Create.
It's not working. Her math is not working.
I want to know if it happened to the dealer, how the police department got it. The accident was reported to the police. Let's try to figure out how it got on Carfax.
It was not. If it's happened, it may not. $28,000.
Yeah.
And she said she has to pay $2,500, right?
Yeah, but
that's $25,500 that they're giving her for her car. She said they're only giving her
$17.
She's probably having to pay more payments. That's just what she needs as a down payment.
She doesn't have a number.
No, she's probably got to make payments if it's more.
You know, I don't mind. Would you tell her, please? I want to help her. We may not be able to do it now. We might have to call back tomorrow, okay? Her math is completely off. She needs to send us the deal, a copy of the deal.
Yeah, good.
But I will talk to her.
That's a good idea. Then we have it on paper what they're doing. I think that second dealer's taking advantage of that damage.
She only has to pay $2,500. She says it's 28, and she says she's only getting 21 for her car. It makes no sense.
I like the idea of going back to the first dealer and they
Did
don't
she say she's only getting 21,000 for her car?
Well, she said she would get 21,000, but she's only getting 17.5 or something because of the accident.
She's financing the new one, and that's just the down payment on $2,500.
Oh, maybe that's what you're talking about. I don't know.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
I don't know, but you're right. Her numbers.
She's not talking about.
Right.
No, she's not giving you the numbers.
No, when you see the all the paperwork, you can tell.
Yeah, because there's got to be a 28,000 on the new car. It's obviously more, and she doesn't know what we mean. I kept thinking, how in the hell did that car get on was that dealer dumb enough to turn it into Carfax? But the accident probably happened on the street, so it came in through a police report.
No, she said it was on a test drive.
Yeah, so it came in through a police report.
or not. I mean, it could. There is a delay. It was only a couple months before she bought it. There could very well be a 2 to 3 month delay on Carfax.
Yeah, because it depends on where they get them from. The mileage they get from emissions, they get all their information from a lot of sources. But a accident report will prompt a Carfax switch. Yeah, that was a good idea Carfax had.
She can't get me the paperwork until sometime tomorrow, but she's still on hold, and I got her phone number.
I'll talk to her.
This is not how they roll. Sean Hannity coming up today at 1 on Denver's Talk Station.
In Phoenix, my son owns a probate company that does not require a lawyer.
Is this me? One Clear Choice Garage Doors, the best when it comes to garage door service, no matter what you need, whether it's a spring or a full opener, starting at just $333, or a complete garage door, 303-565-6409. Really the best. For emergency service as well, 303-565-6409, oneclearchoicedoors.com. Sarah, I don't mean to give you a headache, but here's the bottom line. Sarah, okay, just very quickly, you said the new car is $28,000, right? Okay, so I'm just doing simple math. So you take 28 grand and you say, how much are they giving you for your car? Okay, so do the math, and you have a difference of $10,500. So I don't understand when you say you only have to pay $2,500. You have to pay $10,000. Okay, now I want to know the difference to drive away from that dealership with a new car. How much are you? Is it with taxes and everything? Okay. Now, if you can, and I'm serious, you may have a bad taste in your mouth, but there's no reason to. If you can go to that other dealer, Spradley Bar, and you can drive away with that car from there for $10,500, no, for less than that, then you're doing fine. Because you're saying you would rather have a difference of, you're saying $7,500. So if Spradley Bar will meet that number and let you drive away the same deal for $7,500 or less, you have absorbed, they have absorbed the loss, made less profit, and you are made whole. So that is the first thing I would attempt before we get involved, because that's the right thing to do. They would be making good because you've made your best deal, you're ready to buy. So if you can beat that deal by at least $3,000, let's say, then or actually the dealer said $2,500 less. So I would either, it's up to you, whatever. I would say if you can drive away, I would do 10.5. I would do fair numbers. 10.5 minus 2,500. If I could drive away from Spradley Bar for $8,000 or less, I would do it, and you would have no loss. You'd be a little pissed off that they did not disclose it, but you don't ever have to go back there for service either, because when you have a new car, you can have it serviced wherever you want. And if they have that car at Spradley, that would mitigate all of your damages. Now, if you can't drive away for $8,000 or less, we will get involved, because I think they did you wrong. Keith has a question on health care. Have her call us back, Daff. It's that easy. Keith, what's going on?
Yeah, while you were talking about the orchards, I had an idea.
Yeah, what?
You know how these companies, they'll give their workers part ownership in the company as long as they work there?
Yeah.
Why couldn't you do something similar with these homes where it's so expensive for health care?
You know what? That is, Keith, that is a great idea. A congregate home where people own a part of it, and when they die, their part of it goes up for sale. And people
or when they die, what they've got left goes to their relatives for when they need to go there.
Or whatever. Farrell, do they have any assisted living homes where all the residents own a part of it? You don't know of any of those? You know, that's not a bad idea, Keith. 303-7... Oh, there's no reason to give out the number. Jay has a complaint about Apple. What's going on, Jay?
Last night I took my spoiled Douglas County daughter to Park Meadows Mall Apple Store to get her an iPhone 8 Plus because her iPhone SE isn't good enough.
Yeah.
And the guy was there, and he said he didn't transfer the, the SIM card, because he said with T-Mobile, it's already programmed in, blah, blah, blah. So we leave with the iPhone in the cellophane box, the cellophane wrapper around it. Of course, when we get home, the phone doesn't work. Today, I just got back from the iPhone store at Park Meadows Mall. You know, everyone's very happy and cheery. I'm never happy and cheery. And they say, okay, wait at that table. So-and-so will come and see you in a second. And I have my old phone, my new phone, and the receipt all laid out.
Yeah.
And they send me a blind employee. Blind.
Oh my God!
Blind. With
so
the stick.
they probably know what they're doing, though. That's not fair.
They knew what they were doing. They were trying to put me in a freaking insane asylum. That's what they were trying to do. Was put me. That's what they knew that they were doing.
So anyway, what's going on?
I wasn't feeling well. Well, it never got programmed right. They never switched a SIM card. I wasn't feeling well. And I said, look, I'm not feeling well. I got to go to the bathroom. I walked out of the store. I come back in. I go up to the new car.
Oh, no. Jay, can we... Listen, if you want help, I promise you, we'll call you back and get you help. Do you know what I love about art?
Listen, tell Weldon tomorrow. Please, let's call Weldon tomorrow. I'm sorry. Thank you very much.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
No, your deal went through.
Hey, this... Hello?
Your paperwork deal went through.
Okay. Yes, you called me, and I had my friend pick up the phone. What can I do for you? It went through. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes, I did. How are you?